What's your favorite scary movie?
We have such sights to show you.
Monsters!
All you ever learn is my desire.
My name is Frankenstein!
Batman's gone mad!
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
See this? This is my boomstick!
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice cognac. What's this?
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It's alive! It's alive!
Here's Johnny. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains. There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror.
What's up, all you horror movie loving fuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Fright Flick FMK podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jay, and this week I am joined once again by our favorite co-host.
What's up, Fright Flick family? They know me.
Sir.
They know me, brother John.
No fucking introduction needed, people.
No, I do apologize straight up ahead. I got some weird lighting issues with everybody, so I promise if I don't know what this is going to look like in the final outcome. I have no skin issues. I know that everybody's worried that these ants are turning into zombies. I'm good. I'm good. This isn't the new 28 years later or anything like that. So I look splotchy as shit, but something about this lighting, it's whatever. We're going to make do with it. And,
I get some messages, later on, like asking like about your well-being. Like, is John okay? Like, he's look real.
John is fine. He was ill-prepared lighting wise for this. That's my only issue right now.
Them fucking soft lights, man.
Absolutely. The wife had to have cam lights.
Hey, whatever you got to do to set the mood, sometimes those come in handy.
Well, I'm the one getting fucked by them right now. So
on them nights for it's time to, turn down the lights, light a candle, they come in handy.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm having a hard time figuring out the lights are on. So all I got is my big ring light right here, and right now it's making me look like I have rosacea.
I put a new light bulb in the other day, and I didn't know. I thought something was wrong with it when I first put it in. Took the lights on, it started flickering a lot. Like, man, it's like a bad fucking bulb, and it just kept flickering. And then I'm thinking, okay, let me grab another bulb. When grabbed another one, put it in, exact same thing, flickering like crazy. Like, man, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with this. And after like a couple minutes, it settled down. And then I told my wife, I was like, man, I think something's wrong with these light bulbs. I said, I put them in, they start flickering. And she's like, no, that's what they're supposed to do. And I thought, what do you mean they're supposed to do? Because apparently these things are Bluetooth light bulbs.
Okay.
Where do you?
I've seen those before. I've never interacted with. Well, I lied because we just had our house remodeled. Our in our two bathrooms that have showers, our vent, it's Bluetooth. You can it's got a speaker in it. So like, yeah, Joe.
And you bougie as fuck.
I guarantee.
Welcome to MTV Cribs, ladies and gentlemen.
I promise you, they are the finest Bluetooth bathroom vent speakers that Team U had to offer. We spared no expense. We only got the finest of child labor to assemble these things. And but yeah, dude. So all right. So with the lights, so were they flickering because they heard music?
I don't know. As soon as she said Bluetooth light bulbs, she kind of lost me. I was like, is this I didn't know that was a thing.
Somebody's got to let us know in the comments below. So I'm curious,
what do they connect to?
Is it the outlet that you connect to, or is it the bulb? So like, does every time you change the bulb, is that what you have to reconnect, or is the outlet attached to it? Yeah, you got to get, someone has to figure this out and let us know in the comments. And then you need to follow up with Jess and find out because I would have been the same way. If they're flickering, something's fucking wrong.
Yeah. My country ass. Yeah. And I was like, and she was like Bluetooth, and I'm going in my mind. I don't say it, but in my mind, I'm going like, what do they Bluetooth to? Why do they Bluetooth?
Yeah, that's one of those things where, you're just like, they didn't need to do it there. I don't know why they had to do it there.
Yeah, like I don't get it. Like I get like with music and stuff like that, but if my light bulb does nothing but turn on,
That's
and
all I wanted to do.
I have a light switch on the wall that does said turn on.
Yeah. I'm not ready for that future. I feel like we should have had flying cars before we figured out how to connect our light bulbs to our fucking phones.
Yeah, Back to the Future had nothing about Bluetooth light bulbs, damn it. I wasn't prepared.
They didn't need it. Everybody was outside on their hoverboards. That's why. That's why I got so pissed off when they started calling them shits a few years ago hoverboards, and all them kids were rolling around in them wheels. I was like, fuck you and everybody who loves you. That's not a hoverboard.
Not a hoverboard.
You're not hovering.
Marty McFly did not go through all that bullshit for you to roll around on a board with a wheel on it for you to call it a hoverboard.
No, Michael J. Fox did not get Parkinson's for our sins.
Hell
and
no.
And sacrifice himself so that we could call something with wheels a fucking hoverboard.
Yeah.
And you can print that.
If he could say something right now, he would be really disappointed.
Yes, I'm sure he was. Wouldn't that be great if like someone like him who's so wholesome and he's in the face of all this adversity and he's still uplifting people, like right before he got really turned for the worst, just filmed himself letting everyone finally fucking have a piece of his mind. And when he dies, he's gonna release that at his funeral, like where Michael J. Fox is just finally just like, here's a few things I'd like to get off my chest. Like, like, hold on, I'm here for this.
Yeah. Here's what was going on before the Parkinson took my hand. This is what was going on.
Like, fuck, like what stuck in Michael J. Fox's craw? What grinded his gears?
Yeah. He's watching shit like kids on the little board with a wheel on it, talking about, look at my hoverboard. Marty McFly back there losing his mind right now.
Yeah, he's fighting off Parkinson's so you guys can fucking besmirch him like this. I'll not have it. However, I guess we gotta get off the fucking tangent and get to why everyone's here. You got to do your plugs and stuff so that we can officially introduce this thing, because clearly anybody outside of your normal subs, which is climbing higher and higher by the day. So awesome. What are you at right now? Hold on.
Last I seen 3 or 4 days ago, it was around like 350-ish.
Okay, I thought it was on the 400 side of 350 for sure. The last time I remember checking at it, I didn't pull it up. So awesome to that's awesome. All the new subs and shit like that, man. Like that's awesome that they're here. And I'm sure you're going to have several new subs when they see we're talking about a movie called Cannibal Mukbang, because I'm really surprised with a title like that. When you suggested this to me, I was really surprised to go, I've never heard of that.
I haven't heard of it either. And the other day I was on one of my Tubi rabbit holes, and I'm just looking for some random shit that I like to look for. And I seen the picture. The picture's what caught my attention. And I seen the name Cannibal. And then I see Cannibal Mukbang, and I go, what is this? But I don't watch trailers. I didn't dive into it. I sent you the picture of it.
Yes.
And I was like, this is what I'm doing.
And hand on all 4 of my children, I am a habitual trailer watcher. Love watching some trailers. When you sent that to me, my first thought was immediately going, why did I fucking tell him I could record this week? Like, why couldn't I have recorded? Like, why couldn't I have watched Ratline with him? Yeah. Why this? You know, like, it's a part of me was just like, he had this in his fucking back pocket. He had to have been waiting on me for this one. Like, and so
I was surprised when I sent you the picture of it, and I was like, this is what I'm doing this week. I had no idea you're going to come back with, I can jump on there with you.
So it was literally, honestly, because it was like, if I had ever seen the name of this movie once, I would have never forgotten that it existed.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never watched it. Just anyone who's seen me on here, they know the kind of horror this does not appear to be anything that it wouldn't grab my interest.
Yeah.
And so that's literally the only reason why, because it was one of those where I was like, I can't believe there's a horror movie on Tubi called Cannibal Mukbang that you just heard about and I've never heard about. Like, didn't even know there was a movie called Cannibal Mukbang in existence.
Yeah.
And that was really the only reason why I did it. So, you know, again, like you always say, and I make sure to always say too, no matter what we say about this movie, Go watch it for sure. It's free on Tubi. And it is called Cannibal Mukbang. Man, you want to do the rundown and introduce this for everybody?
But before I get into it, a quick little thank you to all the little fuckheads out there that follow this shit show and tune in every week and either listen on the podcast side or stop by the YouTube side. I appreciate it. I know we ain't for everybody, people. We are not everybody's cup of tea. I get it, but I do enjoy the fact of I love knowing that y'all, there's some sick fuckers out there just like us that get down like we do, that like the type of shit we do.
Absolutely.
Enjoy talking about movies the way we talk about them. Like John said, we will never, ever come on this show and tell you, do not go watch that movie. We will never do that.
We'll tell you we despised it. We'll spend 90 minutes tearing that film, and everybody who spent their blood, sweat, and tears pouring it into a passion project, we will shit on that thing for 90 minutes, and then we will tell you that you should go watch it because everybody's taste is different. And at the end of the day, we're still happy we had a movie to talk about. So the filmmaker at least did that.
Yeah, and it's horror, and I tell everybody to go watch a movie, no matter what it is. And I go down some rabbit holes. I watch some shit that people had just never heard of. And,
like Cannibal Mukbang.
Yeah. And I watch it and I'm sitting there going a quarter of the way through it, asking myself, like, why the fuck am I watching this?
Yeah.
But then it's like,
wrong with me.
Yeah. But I'm still like, man, it's a fucking horror movie. And it's there and somebody made it and I get to watch it and enjoy it, and because I can't make a movie, I don't have it in me to do stuff like that. So I give kudos to anybody out there that can make movies and put stuff out there like that. And that's me giving the kudos to the ones out there. Now, when we come on this show and we give our opinion of it and whether or not we may enjoy it, or we get on and we get on here and we just fucking talk shit like it is the worst piece of dog shit we ever stepped in. That's
we give it the all jacked up and full of worms treatment.
Oh, I don't think there's been a show yet that we've done that we went in as hard as we did on that movie.
Oh man, I don't know. Oh man, remember we were talking about that one time where that guy was the scammer.
Oh God, yeah, that one.
That one was terrible.
Yeah,
the fucking Outwaters.
Oh yeah, we
and
did.
Dude, I remember that one was rivaling all jacked up and full of worms.
That one that piece of shit movie actually got like a lot of attention. Not our show, but I'm just saying.
No, overall,
it was like something everybody you'd see all these posts like, oh, have you seen Outwaters? Have you seen Outwaters? I'm just like.
Well, and I mean, it was the found footage.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, that's my fucking.
Yeah.
So I was hyped on it. I was really, all jacked up and full of worms. The only thing I knew about it was the fucking name. And I was like, that's something like Cannibal Mukbang.
Cannibal Mukbang. Here we are, people.
I'll watch that. So, but
here we are. The title alone.
Go back and check out those old videos and keep the plays coming. But yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about today's video.
Y'all go back and watch the old past videos, before me and John has perfected our craft.
Yes. Before we brought the refined product that you are witnessing before you.
Yeah,
now.
go see where this begun.
Yeah, the episode that started off with me telling everyone I don't have rosacea, I just have shitty lighting.
Yeah, y'all, the new people are getting to witness the shit right now. Like we figured it out now. We're golden. Now go watch the past shit to see what got us to this level.
Yeah, if you think this is bad. It was worse.
Damn right.
And you owe us at least a couple of extra plays to go check out and see how bad it has been before.
I do. I recommend them. But
absolutely.
Like we had said, it took us a while to get here, family, but here we are. I hope everybody's done what you're supposed to do. You should have already had time to go to the kitchen, get your favorite beverage, pull your fucking chair up, and now we're about to dive into the Cannibal Mukbang.
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
Hey, I want to give you a quick IMDb off this thing. Go to IMDb. You can find the exact same shit I'm about to read to you. It's a 2023 film, an exploration of one's relationship with food, sexuality, and revenge. It asks, how far would you go in the name of love? And
That's its tagline
That's
right
all
there.
it gives you.
So this is directed and written by Amy Kuge. Kuge is Kuge. She's also known for Black Eyed Susan. I'm on her IMDb and Doom Scroll. I feel like I've actually heard Doom Scroll. That was more recently, but I could be completely mistaken. Either way, I haven't seen anything she's been in. The rest of the actors. Did you get a feeling before we jump into it that the main actors, Nate Wise, who plays Mark, and April Consolo, who plays Ash, did you feel like you had seen them in other stuff?
Ash, I did.
So for sure her, and I felt the same way with Nate Wise, who played Mark. But for sure and if you go look at their
I didn't
IMDb,
recognize nothing.
No, they've barely been in anything. It's almost like they made this and then gave up.
Yeah,
like this. What they were like. Well, I made Cannibal Mukbang. Like that's it for me.
Once you do a mukbang, what else is there?
Yeah, like so it looks like chick who plays Ash, April Consolo. She's got a couple of things in post production that's coming up.
She has a lot of shorts. A lot of her stuff was shorts. This seems like to be her like first maybe full length feature type.
Yeah.
Feature.
Yeah.
You know?
This seems to be a lot of firsts on people's resume. But so I guess I want to do it like this because I will go ahead and I'll say this first. And here, let's go ahead. Spoilers. We spoil the shit out of everything. We're not going to try to, but we will forget and we will. So this movie, I feel like I will at least say this before we break it down. This movie was from the cover art you sent. I expected a completely different movie than this.
Mm-hmm.
A very different movie. I was prepared for a dreadful, like modern, low budget, very low budget comedy.
Yeah.
And that's the title. The cover art's kind of cool. It gives almost kind of a grindhouse look to it. I can dig it, very B movie-esque and stuff. I actually dig that. But yeah, to anybody who sees this, because especially if you're like, oh, I'm gonna go watch it and then I'll listen to y'all talk about it. Ignore the cover art.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore if you watch the trailer, because I still haven't watched the trailer, so I don't know if maybe
I haven't either.
Maybe the trailer doesn't give it away either. But if you haven't watched the trailer, don't watch the trailer, and be prepared for it to not be what you had in mind from the title and from the poster art. Do you agree with that at least?
Oh, I do. I agree with the look of it when I seen the picture of it. I honestly was expecting, holy shit, this is going to be terrible. And I am a sucker for those types of movies.
You are.
I am a sucker for them. Like they just pull me in. And when I seen the picture of it, and for me scrolling through Tubi,
it will make you stop. The title, the title and the image. If that's what they were going for, kudos. He's proof it works.
Yeah,
Tubi is just a massive, messy field of shit. Nothing's organized well on there. It's like you tell me, you're like, I can go in there for an hour and I'll just be adding shit that I've never seen before on there, and it's been on Tubi for 2 years, and it just never popped up when you scrolled.
And that's where I was. I came across it just going down rabbit holes, and the title, when I seen the cannibal, that automatically grabbed my attention.
Sure.
And then, I seen the picture, I seen Cannibal Mukbang, and I had no clue what the fuck that was.
See, I knew immediately what a mukbang was.
See,
I'm aware of that. So
I did not know.
That was what made me even more like, what the fuck is this? And again, because I know even about a mukbang, it doesn't surprise me that you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's one of those, like, unless you're really on YouTube a lot, most common people are going to be like, what the fuck? It sounds dirty.
I thought it was something very sexual.
Exactly.
That's what I thought.
Exactly. No, it's
right up there with what's that like what's that the shit where the dude likes to watch his wife get fucked in the corner?
Cucking.
That's what I took it at. When I seen mukbang, I thought, is this a different type of cuck?
Is this a female cuck?
Yeah, like am I gonna see some cucking?
Yeah, one of them trans cucks everybody's talking about now.
Am I gonna get some cannibal cuck banging where I'm gonna have some dude watching A dude fuck his chick in the corner while he eats it. Like, I didn't know.
Different? What's different between a muck and a cuck? I don't know. Let's watch and find out. But yeah, no, it's a Korean term for people who film themselves eating. It is disgusting, by the way. I find it absolutely atrocious. That's why I know about it, because I got into probably I watch a lot of disturbing things on the internet kind of shit. And I'm sure that's where I saw someone who does it, and it was probably a bad ending to someone who did it. And me being like, it's 100% fetish related. No one will ever convince me it's not sexually fetish related.
Yeah, I agree. And because after I watched the movie, I was curious.
Oh,
and I had to go Google mukbang and watch a video just so I can kind of.
It's for science.
And then I'm like, this is me doing the research for the show, people. This is this is what we go through here to bring this product to you.
Yes. This is why we don't have the lights looking good.
Yeah.
Because we're so busy watching mukbang videos.
Yeah,
so that you guys would know.
I'm trying to get all the information.
Know what it was about, and now he knows.
Now I know. And I've watched.
Insert that more Rainbow, and now we're good to go.
It is. And when I watched it, I'm going, this is a fetish. Like, there's people out there watching this old girl, and I think the one I pulled up, she was eating on a cheeseburger. And I'm sitting there watching, and I'm going, I bet there's some just fat fuck somewhere just ramming his meat to death.
Oh, dude.
And then
and then also too, because and you can see it in the movie, they make sure the audio is fucking amplified. That's the whole thing, is to hear it, which is revolting.
It is, and
that's what grosses me out.
Yeah.
It's not even so much of watching them eat,
it's the sound.
Yeah, because you have to watch for a while to see them eat so much to where it gets disgusting.
Yeah.
But the sounds are immediately, again, that's where you're not going to convince me that you are not getting some sort of erotic pleasure from this, because honestly, you're more fucked up if you are watching this for any enjoyment other than sexual, because that makes less sense to me.
It does. It is, like, for somebody to tell me that I just enjoy watching that. And can tell
I find it soothing.
If you find the sound of somebody, one of the things that irk me more than anything is if I can hear somebody chewing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it just sounds like someone. What was it on? It used to be on South Park back in the day where somebody was doing an example of something, and he was fisting a jar of mayonnaise. It's that sound. It's that sound over and over.
Yeah, it is.
And most of the time, the people who really do this are morbidly obese. So there's the feeder. And didn't you do an episode on that movie Feed?
Oh yeah, Feed.
Go check out that episode. That are into the feeding thing. So there's another aspect of the sexualization. Or the other top ones are usually slender, like Ash in Cannibal Mukbang, slender, pretty girls that can eat a lot. That everyone they find it amazing. Which it is impressive that someone that small can eat that much. But the fucking noise, and a lot of them get really messy when it's fucking awful. And there's people who are starving. I'm not even that fucking much of a bleeding heart. I'm more one than Jay, but even I'm just come on, man. There's a kid right now who can't get a meal, but can get a fucking 4G signal to watch a mukbang video on YouTube.
Could you imagine
this planet, bro? Fuck this whole planet. We fucking suck.
Some kid somewhere can get Wi-Fi, but can't get a fucking burger, having to watch a skinny bitch just go down on a Whopper with cheese.
They can watch Cannibal Mukbang free on Tubi, but they can't get food. That's what we've done here, people.
I just want a hamburger. The best I can do is Cannibal Mukbang.
Yes. Someone make that fucking pawn shop meme right now and fucking give it to Jay on IG. We need it. But so let's get into it, because this movie, it literally, it didn't take me more than a few minutes to be like, this is not what I expected.
Yeah.
The whole tone. Because again, you look at it, you're thinking campy. Again, remember, we did not see the trailer, so keep that in mind. Just look at the picture, because I'm sure it'll be on the thumbnail that you put up for this, some portion of it. But if you Google Cannibal Mukbang, this is the cover art's the first thing you'll find. If you just look at that, immediately this movie does not feel like it's supposed to be.
Yep.
And we come up, we're in a convenience store. We got Mark. And he bumps
Hold
into.
on, hold
Go
on.
ahead, hold on. Go ahead. Yeah, you go
When
ahead and
it-
start.
Remember when it first kicked off, Mark was laying there, and I couldn't tell if he was dreaming or watching something. But it looks like he's there's like a group of kids, and it looks like it's like maybe a horror movie.
Yeah.
But then there's this one part where it shows this person with like this big pumpkin on their head, and it was covered in white stuff that looked like something that nutted all over it. And I'm sitting there going, okay, I was right about mukbang.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Because then once it comes out of that and we like start the movie officially in the convenience store.
Yeah.
And he bumps into Ash, and Ash is this, Mark is, and I actually put this in like my notes. Mark is like, he's like think of like all of the worst things you could think about, kind of like the modern male, the young modern man. He's got a lot of anxiety issues. He's not good with women. He's really neurotic. He's really introverted. He's all these things. All right. And the actor Nate Wise plays it very well. And I didn't find it annoying. It just felt like this was genuinely who the character was, and it works with Ash. So if that aggravates you at first, he's supposed to be soft. It's
and I
part
was
of the
that
story.
I was that guy.
Okay.
That got aggravated by him quick.
I figured with this audience, I needed to go ahead and point it out. And of course, because the guy who runs the show was just like, I agree totally.
Yeah. As soon as he
fuck Mark immediately.
Hey, here's what I put in my notes as soon as this thing started. The first sentence of my notes. And people on this show, we are not PG-13.
No.
I don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Nope.
Check them out the fucking door.
Nope. Everybody catches these hands here.
Yeah.
So
the first sentence I put in my notes. This dude is definitely slow or retarded.
So remember how we were talking earlier about how I told you that they seemed so familiar, but I looked and they've done nothing. All right. The best I could pin for him, and I shit you not, again, hand on my 4 kids because it correlates with your notes. The best I could fit for him is I was like, he really looks like the actor who played the slow kid in Breaking Bad.
Ooh.
With facial hair. Like he grew up, he moved out of Walter White's house, and now he's really bad with women. And he really likes horror, and he FaceTimes his therapist. That's him. And so I get that because he does. It would be one of those like how everybody used to just say, people used to be just, that dude's weird. Yeah. And now they're autistic. Yeah, and we give him a tism.
Yeah,
Mark has some kind of tism. He's got a tism, and
he's on that spectrum somewhere.
Absolutely. That's where Mark is, but that's the way it's supposed to be. So if you'll just be like, okay, this is what he is.
I first read the gate. I was like, this fucker sucks. Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy?
Well, yeah, because he bumps into Ash. And he's just, probably creamed himself because that's the first time he's touched a woman and got,
She touched his hand at the potato chip bag, and he creamed his fucking pants in that moment. I'm like, take your little retarded ass home. You don't need to be here.
Yep. Where's your crutches, Walt Jr.? Get out of here. Limp out of here. Get out of here, you idiot.
That's all I can think of now that you said.
Dude, I'm telling you, go back and watch it again, or just go look at him, like a picture of him in the movie. That's all I could figure, because I was just like this. I literally one time I was like, "Is this him though?" And that's what made me pull up the IMDb, because I didn't want to give up and look.
Yeah,
because I was like, I know it, and I'll play these. I've played these games when I watch movies with Joe, and I'll be like, I know who that is, and I'll sit there and I'll rack it before I'll pick the phone up and finally give in when I can't remember it. But yeah, so he leaves the store. He can't talk to her. While leaving the store, he's walking in a back alley. He suddenly sees red lights, and fucking he gets backed into by a car, and he wakes up in Ash's bed, which is immediately, I'm like, she didn't take him to a hospital.
No.
Like, you were concerned enough not to leave him.
Yeah.
But not concerned enough to take him to a hospital. Because I was like, this bitch is sus. This bitch is so sus, bro. Like, and it doesn't help that she's ginger as fuck.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
There's that whole stigma. Like, and And he wakes up, and there's one thing, and this is why it works for Mark to be the way he is, because Mark's going to discover a lot of things about Ash at different points of this movie. And Mark he does have his neurotic, modern, wimpy soy boy freak out about it. But once he has that, he quickly rolls with the punches, and it's just like, yeah, but she's pretty hot, dude. Like, I'm not gonna do better than this.
Yeah.
Like,
there's many times in this where we all knew Mark was out punting his coverage. We knew, and everything she would want to do, Mark, you would see him kind of be like, he knows, you can see his little bitty wheels turning in his mind, knowing that this is wrong.
Yes.
But then he would kind of have this like, but she's so pretty.
Yeah. And I think that his tism is actually what made him stay. Like, she benefited from whatever part of the spectrum he was on.
Oh yeah.
Ash was able to manipulate that perfectly. Yeah. And Mark honestly needs someone to manipulate that about him, because he is stunted. He's a failure to launch kind of guy.
Yeah. He's just sitting there spinning his wheels. Nothing's happening.
Absolutely. But yeah, so she wakes him up. She's talking to him. She makes him some food.
The funny part was, like, when he first gets up and she comes in there and she's like, checking on him, and she's asking him, do you want me to make you some food or whatever? And then he gets out of bed, and when he kind of goes over there, his wallet is literally open, and everything's out. Like, she has researched you, dude.
Right. Yeah. Like, nothing's missing. Like, she wasn't trying to take anything, but she also wasn't trying to hide the fact that everything that was on, every bit of information she could gather about him, she had sought it out.
Yeah.
Like if he woke up and his butthole hurt, immediately, you know what happened. She was making sure you weren't holding anything in your prison wallet. It wouldn't surprise me if she still checked.
She may have.
Mark seems like the kind of guy who would not have gotten sore from that. So,
and he also the type that wouldn't say nothing.
Why would he?
He don't want to make her mad.
He's not gonna do better.
He's not.
And it works, because there was several times where I was like, a guy with options would have had to talk about this more.
Yeah. He
would have needed longer to have been, convinced and kind of corralled. I think he would have got most men in on it. She's a good looking ginger broad. And if really tiny chicks with tight little butts and little tiny little boobies, and she's pure blooded ginger, we get to see them boobs later.
Yep.
And they are as fire red as her fucking hair.
Yep.
So she is a ginger pure blood. So especially if that's your thing, you would have been just like Mark, but you would have at least asked a few more questions.
Yeah.
So it's very good for the plot. Everything moves along because Mark he's going to have about 2 or 3 questions, and then all of his will to fight is going to evaporate immediately. Yeah. And he's going to just be like, all right, so then what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, what do you need me to do then?
Mark was along for the ride. And like when she comes in there, like even when she's asking if he wants some food, and she brings the food in there, and they're sitting there on the bed together, and they got a big plate of like some little microwavable burritos is what they look like. Them little microwavable burritos.
Yes. They don't
throw down on them bad boys.
Yeah, but I mean, they're sitting there. Mark's like, these are really good. Like,
he said, he's like, these are really juicy. I'm like, what?
And again, like, let's remember, this is mystery food that he's being served in the bed of a woman who just backed over him with her car and did not. She also, too, let me just spoiler alert, she's not a nurse. No. She's not at all qualified to have have looked at him and said, he's fine. I'll take him to my bed and we'll give him some taquitos and he'll be good to go. Like,
the part that was funny was she was like, it really freaked me out. Kind of like, I don't know how she worded it, but she was like, yeah, I was really worried when I seen you that metal thing in your head. And it was like, what?
I put that, it finally revealed that he's got, and I don't know. Again, this is another thing that the movie, and I will give it that this movie shows you that he has a big metal circle right there. The skin never grew back. There's no hair. You could just see a steel piece. and like the skin is kind of wrinkled around it. Like it looks like it's wrong.
The funny, what I couldn't get when I seen it the first time, I'm like, I would think at some point, just let your hair grow over it. Like,
yeah, he didn't even have a comb over on this thing. Like, he
was
specifically just, like, when he goes to the barber, they're nuking the hair there.
It was like his hair was scared to touch that shit.
Yeah.
The hair was like, I'm not touching that shit. I'm not.
They're like,
going there.
The skin shouldn't look like that around it if it healed properly.
Yeah.
We're not growing there. Stop.
You got hairs back there holding people back.
Yeah.
No,
the
don't
whole
go there.
Yeah, there was a lot of collateral damage, like that, like that meteor that hit Tunguska in Russia, and it like blew out fucking like 80,000 miles of forest. It's like that on his head, and it looks like a Frankenstein thing. Like, and so so she reveals that, and that's when he lets her know that he's got that from a past car accident, which I was again like, of course this fucker's been in 2 car accidents where he almost died. Like, like this seems like the guy who's going to get hit by cars.
I just thought it was going to be like a horse kick me in the head type thing. It was just.
Well, and at first too, I hadn't seen it. And it hadn't shown that side.
Yeah, it took a while to show it.
Again, I didn't know what the tone of this movie was not. So for all I knew, he was going to turn. There was going to be like a fucking metal pipe sticking out.
Yeah,
and he's going to like freak out and shit. And I'm going to be like, all right, here we go. Like, he thought she could nurse his head pipe back. Okay. But no, it's just a little plate and everything like that. And so they kind of get to discussing and knowing each other. He tells her that he's like an over the phone customer service rep for like one of those, like if Factor, those companies that will never give Jay any money to tell you guys to eat their shit.
Yep.
He works for one of those companies, and she lets him know that she mukbangs, and he knows what mukbangs are. Yep. And he's one of those people. It doesn't suggest that he watches them for fun, but he certainly watches hers for fun after he finds this out.
Yeah, he knew what mukbang was, which.
Yeah, he did know. But again, it makes sense. He's that kind of guy who's perpetually online.
Yeah, and so
on Reddit a lot.
He knew what it was, and like you could tell that she was happy that he knew what it was, and it like creep him out, Yep. He didn't take off running, but and then after that little time where they introduce each other. Then we get him in his bed, like watching her video.
Yeah, because she drops him off, takes him home after they bond all that. She takes him off, gives him her number and says she's going to call him and talk to him. And she nicknames, she says like "good night, brain damage," which I was like, that's a fucking. That was just like, I'm like that. She got claws already in.
Yeah,
like and Mark never once asked her why he wasn't at a hospital. Let's point that out. He woke up clearly not getting medical attention. She immediately reminded him that she hit him with her car, and he did not once go, "Why didn't you take me to the hospital?"
Yeah, and as soon as she
called, he already knew he wasn't going to do any better, and he had no idea he was even doing well.
Yeah, and the fact when she was like when she called him like brain damage.
Yeah,
it was just like that was her nicer way of saying, "Hey, retard."
Yes, slow boy
thing. Yeah,
I'm gonna call you later, slow eyes. Don't you worry. Like,
get on out of here, Spectrum. I'll give you a call when I need you. And he was like, he's kind of like, oh, she's giving me a cute pet name.
I mean, and you know what? You look at him and you're like, you're right. You should think that this is as good as it's gonna get, Mark.
Yeah.
He goes, and you're right. So he goes in and he starts like watching her videos, and I was like. The next day at work, it shows he pukes, which again, obviously with the title being Cannibal Mukbang, and she feeds him. Now he's puking, put 2 and 2 together. And I'm like, okay. I mean, it's on the nose.
Yeah.
And his puke's like fucking this weird yellow,
man, like bright yellow.
Yeah. It's disgusting. And then I'm like, Mark follows that up by watching Ash mukbang and has a weird Grecian themed wet dream. Yeah. I was like, in the wet dream, Mark cuts his nose off for Ash in the dream, and it pleases her.
I put on there that I put on my notes, I said, Mark's dreaming that he's at a toga party.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he's either in Greece or there's some kind of weird eyes wide shut thing going on, and Mark's there for it. And in this, like he's got to sacrifice some flesh for her.
Yeah, because in that part of his dream, she basically asks him, like, and she does it in this mean way. And she's kind of like, "Is this all you have to offer your master today?"
Yes.
When she says that, and I'm like, and he kind of, you see him kind of gives into it a little bit. And I'm like, okay, he's one of those that maybe that's his thing.
Yeah.
Maybe
you never know what's your thing until it happens to you.
Exactly. You know,
that's why I don't judge. As long as it's legal, I don't judge.
If it's legal, no judgment here. If you, if you know, if you're one of those that there's people out there that like to be a little talked down too, that makes you
nothing wrong with good, clean fun like that.
It is.
Some of the shit y'all are into, I still don't want to hear about it because then I'm gonna judge. And so I'm like one of those, like, if we can stop the conversation right now, we're still friends and I'm not going to judge you. But if you elaborate any further, just know I know what you're talking about. And if we don't need to go any further, we can act like this didn't happen, you know, because as long as it's legal. If it's illegal, fuck you. Yeah. But there's some stuff where I'm just like, I don't want to know how you figured out you like that. I feel like if I ask one question, you're gonna really start peeling back some layers on that onion that I ain't ready for. So like, let's just move on. But yeah, then like after that, it's like a montage of like Mark doing therapy because she's not calling him. And he's wigged out because she seemed interested. She gave the number. He really likes her. He's out of soy milk. And the therapist is talking to him, and it's just this montage. He's puking. He's still vomiting and shit like that. And he's doing these search terms. And I remembered it when he started doing this because he looked in her mirror when she leaves the room when he's there. Once he sees, like you had said, all of his shit's on this, like on her dresser and stuff where she had looked at, he sees a picture of two little girls. And it has like the letter A dot and Rouge, Rouge. So he's trying to find out as much about her as he can because he's too scared to make the first move. And he wants to let her do it first. And he tells the therapist that because he's like, why would she be interested in me? I want her to make the first move so I know it. But he's still doing all the internet stalking and digging deep.
After he starts doing the internet stalking, you know, we get the part where he's like, he calls his brother up. And he's on the phone with his brother. His brother's name's Maverick.
Yes.
calls him Mav.
Out of fucking nowhere, there's a guy in this movie named Maverick.
Hey.
And kudos, they not one fucking Top Gun reference.
None at all.
In this universe, Maverick is a perfectly normal fucking brother name, the older brother of a guy named Mark.
Yeah, and at no point in this movie we got two brothers, the brother Maverick and Mark. Throughout this movie, Maverick is basically pushing brother Mark to just go get some ass.
Yes.
Like, you just need to go get some ass. And not at any time in this movie, I would have been okay if there would have been like, you can be my wingman anytime. You know,
right?
You could have gave me
or something like, mom and dad should have named you Goose.
Yeah.
Something. Nope. And honestly, kudos to him, because if I was writing this movie, I would have absolutely done that.
I would have done it too. I would have dropped the Top Gun reference in there.
Absolutely, because that would have been the only reason I would have thought to name a guy. Just again, a normal. He's not a pilot. There's nothing, and that's his name. It's not a nickname.
No.
Mav is his nickname.
Yep.
Because Maverick is his birth certificate name.
Yep.
And he's way more successful than Mark. He's already got the wife. He's got the nice home. He's fucking his secretaries. He's got the kids. He's got the trophy shit. He's got all of his shit together. He's Mark's older brother. He looks 5 years younger than Mark.
Yeah.
I kept having to remember. And there was finally one time near the end where he once again goes, "Hey man, you're my little bro." Yeah. And I was like, okay, I thought that earlier he had referenced that he was his older brother. I was like, bro, Mark fucking sucks, dude. Like, you really suck.
Nothing is good for Mark. Nothing.
No, because his brother it looks like his brother is very reminiscent of like an 80s Wall Street guy.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's what he wants.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking his secretaries. There's different scenes where he's offering Mark cocaine, and Mark doesn't act like he's just like, no, not this time. I'm not going to do cocaine with you today, Maverick. I know I did cocaine with you the past 3 times I came here, but not today. I don't feel like doing coke.
I should be a better wingman. I know this. I know this, Maverick.
Yes, I know. I'm being more Iceman than Goose right now.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like doing that today. No. and he's drinking and all this other stuff, but he looks far better. He gives a very Patrick Bateman American Psycho type vibe.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because did you have this issue where I know I'm supposed to not like Maverick, but it's weird because he is a douche. He is all of those things. But then there's moments where you can genuinely tell that he really loves Mark. Like he knows his baby brother's a fuck up, but he also kind of live vicariously. Mark's single. He thinks Mark should be living it up. You know, he committed. He probably got his high school girlfriend pregnant. And he committed and done all this shit. Yeah. Mark's free. He wants to hear Mark's single tales, and Mark doesn't have that. And Maverick picks on him, but he's also trying to encourage him and trying to be the big. It's a very weird character because I'm like, clearly we're not supposed to like this guy, but then there's genuine moments where like the script and everything is making it clear that Maverick and Mark actually do have a good relationship.
Oh yeah,
they talk, you know, and all that other stuff.
Because the one part I seen that it was that was whenever that part where well, it kind of comes after, because what I want to get to before I get to that though, when he gets off the phone, when he's on the phone, his brother's like, you just need that. What about that girl? You know, just call that girl up. Like, you know,
he's like, your secretary?
Maverick is like knowing that you're single, dude. You have no ties. Go out there and just live your best life.
Yeah, because he's telling Maverick about how focused he is, and like Ash hasn't called him yet. And like Maverick can tell that Mark is unhealthily fixated on this girl.
Yeah, and
it's already been like over a week, so like Maverick's probably being like, "Bro, this ain't fucking happening."
This bitch played you, dude. Just
dude. Like
you
missed your chance. If you were gonna bang her, you were gonna bang her that night. You didn't. It's over, bud.
Yeah, we'll pull out an old line from the '90s. The only way to get over somebody is to get under somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and he's basically trying to push him that way. So Mark calls up a girl. And we see him at this little date with this blonde chick.
Yes.
And it's
go ahead, because you got to be saying the same thing I am.
As soon as it showed her, I don't know who she is. I don't even know her name in this fucking movie.
Maverick references that she is either one of his current secretaries, or she's a secretary there. Maverick knows who she is and has apparently tried to hook them up before. Possibly Maverick has also banged her before. And maybe. So he's kind of doing that. But yeah, so go ahead.
But for me, when it shows her and they have a tendency in this movie when they do facial camera shots, they're up close, man.
Yes.
Like you are like up in their face with the camera.
Yes. Because I noticed a lot. Mark looked kind of sweaty, like the whole movie.
Yeah. And
it's because he's like, they really got in there.
Yeah. And as soon as I seen the girl sitting there on this date with him, I'm like, if you could look up in the dictionary of just a picture of somebody that I just need to whip my dick for the night.
Oh,
and I don't want to fucking have to see you again. Yeah. That's her.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
that look of like.
Yeah, no, that's a get back out there bang.
It is. That is
because you already know, like, no matter how good the whole evening goes, you're not calling her back. No, this was the sole purpose. And ladies, don't, before you get on your high horse, y'all probably know the guys too that are like that.
Yeah.
That you already know. It's just like that. And she is completely disposable.
Oh yeah.
And it's even more obvious because she's sitting there munching chips and talking. Mark's not interested. Well, then finally, of course, Ash texted him. Thank God, before they even ordered food or anything like that. I think they had ordered like one round of drinks. So she saved him a little bit of money.
Yeah, she was on the appetizer chips, man, because it was her like munching on them. And then when she gets that message from
tearing them apart.
Oh, dude, she was all in them. And like she even gives you a good camera shot, like in her mouth almost. And
Yeah.
and the whole time
you're
I'm
in there.
watching it, I'm going, oh, as if the shot you gave me of her when you first showed her to me.
Yeah.
Now you just gave me this other shot of her chewing loudly on some chips. I'm like, this nasty thing sitting at this table right now.
Yeah.
And
then, she looks itchy.
Oh yeah, like she has something. Like I would need a shot afterwards.
Yeah. She
knew it.
She makes her own sourdough bread.
Yeah. there is a smell coming from that table.
Dude, I know. Yeah, Mark dodged a bullet in so many fucking ways. She also looks like the kind that condom is gonna fucking pop. That condom had holes in it before, in the middle of it, and like it was a throwaway bang. You probably didn't even let her get off. Didn't care. Why? You're not calling her again. Like, what does it matter if she had fun? Like, it's one of those. And then, of course, 6 weeks later, she calls you back.
Yeah. What when I first seen her, what went through my mind was fucking me, myself, and Irene, Jim Carrey standing at the fucking register.
That's what I was sitting there thinking about the sourdough thing. It's that was
talking about the badges, the
rush on that.
She would have played that mom perfectly.
Absolutely, and again, that we're not talking shit. She's supposed to be that in this movie.
Yeah, and that's exactly what she was.
So Mark bails. He lets her know, and it's cool. He even says he's just like, nope, I'm into this. I may have a girlfriend, I may not.
He said, I think I have a girlfriend.
Yeah, which he doesn't. Nothing has led him to believe that at this point. But for Mark, I mean, again, he's like one of those incel types, man. It's like that. So he goes, at first I thought he was at his house.
I did too at first.
And the front door is like, opened and the lights are out in there. Well, then finally he calls for Ash. And I'm like, okay. And she pops out of like a blanket for it. And she's made a blanket for it. And they're hanging out. And that's when you find out Mark's a big fan of horror movies. And that's when he also finally talks about the car accident with the metal plate. And that's when you find out that actually both of his parents, him and Maverick parents, their parents died in that car accident.
Yep.
And Maverick practically raised him, and so that it does kind of lend a little bit to, of why Mark is the way he is. Maverick became, he had to take on the more adult role. So it led to him being more successful, and he had to look out for his brother. So, Mark kind of had that kind of failure to launch, stunted growth kind of thing going on, probably because of it. So you get into all of this.
And she also tells him in that moment there when they're together in that little tent fort that she makes a comment like, this has been a horrible day.
Yeah.
And she basically comes out and tells him that this is the anniversary of her sister's death. And so they kind of had that going on. And the whole time I'm watching this.
Yeah.
Because we got my dude Mark, and then came over there, lights are out.
Dude, you're in a homemade blanket fort.
Dude, when I seen the blanket fort, he climbed up in there. She flipped the little lights on and shit. I said, "Oh hell yeah, Mark! Yeah. We fucking Mark."
Yeah. That is a fuck fort.
that
is a fuck fort if I've ever seen one.
She has built you a fuck fort, Mark. Yeah. All you got to do is come in there and deliver.
Yeah, come in there. That's all you gotta do.
All you do, come on, Mark.
Literally,
come in there, Mark.
Yes. Yeah. What do I do? Come.
All you gotta do is come, Mark. Just come into the fort.
Just like salvation, come unto me.
Yeah.
Thus saith the fuck fort. Come unto me, all of ye that are weary.
She welcomed
come unto me and come into me.
She welcomed him.
Yeah,
he was all for
arms wide open from Creed. And fucking get, and then Mark has, but no. And Mark gets it. They're making out, and it gets to the point, bro. She's got the fingertip on the little fucking zipper flap.
Oh yeah, she's ready to go.
He's feeling hand heat through those jeans, and Mark stops her cold and says that he wants to take things slow. And
just like his IQ,
he only knows, he only knows slow, like, the fact that, it's probably one of those things where it's like, the fact that I didn't have to wear my special earmuffs when I came over, when I'm around you shows I already trust you.
Yeah.
I
don't have my water helmet on to protect.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah, dude. So, she's kind of cool with that. And they kind of go into like a montage of them just hanging out in the blanket fort and having fun. And then it cuts to like they're finally gonna do like a date. They're gonna go out on a date now. And so Mark gets like a recommended spot from Maverick. And when they show up, it's like he's like, yeah, I've been meaning to try more vegan food. And I'm like, all right. Which again, I'm just like, all right. And now we're back to opening scene, Mark, that I fucking can't stand.
Yeah.
Tell why you have thought that you needed to dedicate your energy to trying more vegan food when you just said no and a fuck for it, but you said yes to vegan food. Mark, are you shitting me?
Yep. Y'all, even in that moment, I'm like, when they're walking down the sidewalk, and he seems so excited to do this,
and they showed clips of the food on the inside. The clientele looked exactly as you would expect a clientele to look, and fucking vegan food looked exactly like vegan food. Bunch of fucking tofu sponges, all fucking in all different variations of manglement and all different sprouts and crap like that. Well, it's funny because Ash is just as pissed to be there, it seems, as we are that Mark took her there.
Yeah, she gives off the whole hangry vibe.
Yeah, she says that's why she had some bad dates there.
Yeah, and that was weird. And when they're walking up to the place, like she's always like just the day before too, she's got her little fort. She seems so nice, but then when he's rolling her into the fucking vegan place, man, she flips a switch. And she just got this look like, can we just go inside?
Yeah, can we just eat?
Yeah.
And just like, and she's being real short. Like it's
weird. But Mark, I would have been like, I would have lost my fucking because
absolutely.
Here I am taking you out to a restaurant.
Yeah,
going up in there. We're gonna sit down at the table, and then the whole time they're at the table, man, she is super short. Like coming at him the way she's talking and shit like that.
Yeah.
And she
I'd have been like, I said no to you in a fuck for it. You realize the amount of self-control I had to have to show you I fucking cared, and you were going to treat me like this, 24, 48 hours later? Lady, fuck you.
Yeah, that would have been me. I would have been like, you just go right on over there and fuck yourself.
Yeah, but we're not Mark.
No, Mark apologizes. Mark is sitting there going, are you okay? What's wrong?
And Mark, goddamn better well, because he has no other options. He knows this. He knows it. And so, and we are reminded that our boy, this is the life raft. Either you drown or you stay on this one, Mark. And we're reminded of that. And now we're back on board with Mark. Now we realize, of course, Mark decided on a vegan restaurant. This is why we need Mark to get fucked. Like Mark needs to fuck. We're rooting for Mark. And so then you're back on his side, and she describes that she's just because she's hungry. Well, then it kind of seems like they're smoothed over, and she did that. Well, then she catches the look of the fucking sleaziest looking guy that you could possibly, everything, bro, from the scalp of his head to as far down his torso and the upper part of his pants that you could see on camera, screamed greasy. And he flashes her a smile as she looks at him like, thank God that he showed up. Like she's been missing that guy the way Mark had been missing her.
Yeah.
And then tells Mark, like, I can't be seen with you here.
She basically tells him to get out and leave.
Yes, and he obliges. Like he doesn't make a scene. He doesn't say anything.
Mark is such a fucking nice guy. And the crazy part is, if you watch this movie, when she tells him to get out and you see the dude walk in, they had to cross paths.
Yes.
As Mark was leaving, he had to pass this dude.
He could smell, and I promise you, this guy had on multiple colognes.
The Drakkar was dripping. The Drakkar was dripping.
Bro, yeah. all various assortments of noir.
Oh, yeah.
Scents. And scented accoutrements. This guy had him. Like he would have had Sex Panther from Anchorman, non-ironically.
Yeah.
Like he would have just had it. Like he would have bought it hook, line, and sinker and been like, yeah, 100%. And
Yeah.
he, yeah. So, and then not only that, did you also notice that before Mark leaves, he turns around, his back's to the door, and it then shows when that guy slides in the booth and puts his arm around Ash. 100% Mark saw that.
Yeah, he didn't do. He just kind of like backed out the door. Like, well, I guess I'll text her tomorrow.
I really hope that they don't bang.
Yeah.
And if so, I hope they don't bang in our friendship fort.
Yeah,
That she wanted to make a fuck for it, but I made
it's got to be going through his head, man. Like,
like everything he did wrong, which it is, because the very next thing they cut to, he is black, like crazy drunk, laying on the grass, clearly in a public area.
Yeah, just out in public, just laying there, and you see him turn the little mini bottle up, like just drunk.
Yeah.
You know,
and then out of nowhere, Ash and fucking 21 Jump Street, fucking this guy he never let go, still thinks Richard Grieco is a sex symbol. This guy,
Grieco,
yes, dude. I mean, he is at least twice her age.
Oh yeah,
like unbelievably. So now we're just like, this movie's about to take a fucking turn, and I don't know where the fucking turn is.
At this point in the movie, I still had no fucking clue where we're going.
No, I still didn't even know really what the tone of the movie was, because I was confused, because again, the conversations with Maverick, there was some genuine moments there where the movie was showing a relationship, a real genuine relationship about these brothers that cared.
Yeah.
The scene with him and Ash in the tent, you could tell she was kind of like she was kind of like, wow, like he's cool with waiting. Like she was kind of enjoyed that and was having a great time with him. We giving him shit, but like, it was kind of a chivalry thing, and she was digging on that. And like, so where's the comedy? Like this movie's called Cannibal Mukbang.
Yeah.
Okay. So nobody's been eaten. And I would also point out this movie's about like an hour and 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
We're roughly we're well over 30 minutes into this movie.
Yeah.
We may be into the 45 minute range.
Yep.
And we're still talking like this. And it's not that I'm not still with it. I just genuinely, I don't know what this movie is. And then Ash out of fucking nowhere shows up with the grease ball in the park, and they start wrestling around. And I'm like, are they really like going to bang
right
in front of him in a public spot? Like,
yes.
What the fuck? Like, and then
out of all, I think about that old school movie where Mark had to be laying there like, out of all the parks in all the world.
Yes.
You had to roll into mine.
Yeah. You had to bang in mine.
Yeah.
Like the fucking, like a fucked up Casablanca.
Yeah, that's it.
And so she's sitting there, and I mean, like, she's talking about like, yeah, you like it rough or stuff like that. And like, then he got really rough. Yeah. And so I'm like, this bitch is in a really rough sex. Like, Mark misread her tremendously. Like,
Mark, you totally missed her too.
And that's when I'm just like, I thought she liked that they didn't bang. like it looked like she had fun.
Like, damn it, Mark, you missed out.
Yes. Like, what did this guy fucking trigger? Like, she is a different person. Well, then they're fucking up around on the ground, and then she, he's on top of her.
Yeah.
And
he goes to hit her.
She catches that hand.
Yep.
And snaps this part right here.
Yep.
The forearm. Clean. Goes through, I think they call it the compound when it goes through the skin.
Yep.
Breaks the fuck out of it. And again, Mark's laying, hovering near blackout. And I'm sure he's sobering up by the second at a tremendous rate. Because now the love of his life has showed up with this slime ball in the park. They are about to have like some fucking fetish style sex out in public in front of him. And then now she just snapped his arm.
And the thing that got me was Mark was on the ground. He sees the two walk up. He realizes that's Ash, and that's the fucking Richard Grieco guy with her.
Yeah.
And
Richard Grieco. That's what we're going to call him.
Grieco slaps her a couple times.
Yeah.
Not once. Then Mark tried to get up off the ground to be like, hey, get your hands off my woman. Nothing. Mark said nothing.
So is that Mark was scared, or was Mark finally being based as fuck and was like, no, fuck that bitch. She told me to leave.
Exactly. That's
Not
what I'm
my
like.
fault. Not my fault. She's getting fucked up in the park where I decided to get drunk and nurse my pride.
Mark may have been sitting there going like, man, slap that bitch one more time.
Yeah.
Hit her, hit her one more time for me.
Oh no, help.
Yeah. Help us over here.
Yeah.
Hey, don't hit her.
Where's my whistle?
He's whispering like, stop hitting her. That's my girlfriend. Stop.
No, that's ignorant.
Oh no, he's knocked her on the ground.
Yeah, you shouldn't hit her in the kidneys.
Don't hit girls. Don't hit girls.
Yeah. But yeah, so she snaps that. And then when Mark finally is getting and is coming and approaching her finally to see what's going on, she's like vampire style feasting on this guy's neck.
But that was after when she did that cool little line on him where she makes this somebody like how he like deep throating.
Oh, yes, and she
fucking high heels his ass right in the throat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a sweet scene because I did have in here. Where was it? Hold on. I was like, he starts beating on Ash. She snaps his forearm. She plunges her heel into his throat and starts eating him. Mark confronts her. Ash asks if he will help her move the body, and I put, and Mark agrees.
Drunk
Mark is just, he knows his prospects are just as hopeless as sober Mark.
Yeah.
That's a tough spot to be in. That's a tough spot to realize that you have no more. This is as good as it's going to get with the women when you're both sober and drunk.
Yeah.
That's a whole different type of tism right there.
Yeah. And it was so funny because she's talking to him like it's no big deal.
No, yeah, she and again, and this is the first point where, like what we mentioned earlier, where like Mark, knowing that he can't do any better and that he is utterly done with anybody who is not this girl, like he is hook, line, and sinker. It helps to make the plot move, and this is where it starts to get a little funny. Like that's funny that she's doing that, like, and it's kind of played humorous, but it's not played like over the top, low budget, like a movie called Cannibal Mukbang, the kind of humor I was expecting.
Yep.
It's a genuine, like, it's crazy. There's some genuine laughs. There's some genuine emotion. What the fuck is this movie? And why is it called Cannibal Mukbang? And so, when they get him to Ash's house, Ash spills all the beans and lets him know that she only does this to criminals.
Yep.
She goes on, basically and can infer that she's going on like dark web. She's going on forums, finding guys that are into this or knowing guys that are into this, and then, basically catfishing them and getting them out there. And that she lets him know, hey, you're in this now.
Yeah. And
makes that abundantly clear pretty up front. Like once they get back to the house, she's like, thanks for moving that. By the way, you are so fucking entwined in this now. Like, you will go down with me. Do you know that? Like,
yeah. And Mark, just being as clueless as he fucking is.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, he's along for the ride. And you can tell there's a part of Mark that wants off the ride.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mark's not happy. Like, again, yeah, Mark is trying to make the best that he's trying to make lemonades. But dude, like, he knows this is shitty. Like, this is not it. It really sucks that he's in this situation. But she does show that she has a basement kitchen. I did like this where they take it down and she processes the body, and that's when Mark starts kind of figuring out that, he's been feeling different, and he figures out or asks her, "Did you serve me human meat that night?"
Yep.
And yeah, like we kind of figured. Now we're getting into some cannibal.
Now we're starting to understand the cannibal side of things.
And cannibals come up. We've had cannibals. We've had mukbang. Now the title makes sense.
Now we're in it. We are in it.
But a free movie in the depths of Tubi named Cannibal Mukbang. You know what you were expecting. And again, we didn't watch the trailer. And it was literally, Jay, I didn't watch the trailer because I was like, knowing some of the shit that's on Tubi. And when I saw the name of this, I was like, no. I was like, this is going to be so fucking bad. I was like, and I was honestly kind of excited. That's why I jumped, because I was like, we're gonna ream this fucking movie.
Yeah,
and this is gonna be like, I was like, we're gonna bring in like some old fucking Outwaters, fucking all jacked up and full of worms, fucking wrath on this bitch. I was like, I'm going in blind, bro. and it's not, and it still hasn't gotten there. And she says she only kills people that society doesn't need. Mark finally asks about the A Rouge picture.
Yep.
And he finally lets her know that he was doing a bunch of digging. And he lets her know everything that he knows. They're kind of putting all the, everybody's putting their dicks on the table now. You ain't got no choice but to.
And then I did like when she finally, and it was funny that one part where they finally have the old, Greco down there in her little kitchen. And there's a part where he kind of asks her, he wants to know, like, well, fuck, are you going to kill me?
Yeah, I like that part.
Yeah, and she was just so casually no, silly.
Yeah.
I only kill the bad people. And she goes,
yep.
And then she asks that question. She gets the point. She goes, you're a good person, aren't you? And she kind of points that knife at him.
Yeah,
and Mark
and he's
moment,
like, I think so.
I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy.
Yes. Yes. Whatever will make you pull the knife back in the other direction. I am that, and I will be that anytime you need me to be that.
And then in that moment, she tried once again to basically dick Mark down. Like they was in there and they started kissing a little bit.
So no, they actually had a really cool scene of her processing the body before then.
Oh yeah.
I did point that out because again, this is where effects come in. And especially again, I don't know how much this movie was made for. It clearly doesn't have a big budget. It doesn't have a large cast. There's not a ton of locations. And it looked really good. It was a great processing scene. I dug that. Because I was like, nice scene with Ash processing the body of the guy she just kills. Ash kisses Mark, and I love this scene. I was like, and the blood of her victim is dripping off her hand while she has it up against his face. Awesome shot.
Yeah.
Looked fucking cool. And again, I was like, that looks cool. What the fuck is this? Like, I kept asking myself that repeatedly in this movie, and it just keeps going. But I was like, I love that cool scene, but Mark still wants to take things slow, to which she wants him to come up to the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Chat to me while I'm in the shower. Mark plays it cool, back to the shower. We get to see that, and the actress, I'm sorry, you were naked in a horror movie. Call me a pig all you want to. If you like tiny frame girls like that, she's got a smoking body, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It was very nice to look at, and Mark had to have been tempted, and he played the scene very well.
I don't even know if Mark was fucking tempted. I think Mark was so fucking shitless at that moment, he wouldn't even look back. Yeah, he's sitting there on the toilet, and she's behind him in the shower, butt naked, and you can see her little silhouette, kind of like.
Yeah, and by this point, he knows though that he's ate the human meat, and she's talked to him about how it happened to her. It doesn't explain exactly how she came about doing it, but how, after it happened, nothing. She was sick, and the hunger. If anyone knows, kind of that typical thing with someone that's eating human meat, this has that trope in it. And so Mark's worried about what's going to happen.
One part in the shower though that did kind of bug me a little bit. And normally I'm not the type that watches details. I just watched the movie. But for me, when she was in the shower, it seemed like the whole entire time she was in the shower, the blood on her body never went nowhere.
There was there was something up with the blood that was on the glass. And I couldn't tell if that, I don't know if that maybe got added in post-production. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do remember staring at that scene really hard. And I thought personally that something looked up with the blood on the glass. Like it looked like the glass was steaming. And obviously with steam in a shower on a glass surface, it's going to immediately start running down, but none of the blood was running. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the fluid could have been, and honestly, that was maybe one of the more botched effects in this movie. Overall, the practical effects seemed fine.
Oh yeah, that was just
but that was
thing.
It did that one caught me off guard, and
that's what happens though when you leave me sitting there, and I'm sitting there going, okay, my boy Mark is not going to make his way into said shower with her.
Yes.
So now I'm just sitting here staring at, naked girl in the shower, wondering why the blood isn't.
Yeah. Because it has, yes, your full attention's on that. So that's where they really should have paid attention to that scene and been like, no, people are going to stare. Let's make sure this one looks good, everybody. Cause but that's where we get the old detective got the magnifying glass out.
I paused, zoomed in, but fingers to zoom it in.
It was like super true, like enhance.
How the fuck do I?
Yeah. Oh, 300. I can only go in 300. Okay,
I thought this was America.
I thought it was 2025.
I thought I had freedom. Where's my freedom?
I wanted to count pores.
Right.
But so Mark resisted, and he does end up leaving, and then there's kind of like a montage of like Mark finding himself, he can't eat the food.
Oh yeah.
He has another like fever dream about Ash, but he's this weird like zombie monster thing, and he's like singer, and she's fucking and sexually enjoying what's happening. Yeah. And he finally breaks. Apparently he's been just ignoring her. I mean, clearly with what's been going on, but he calls her, and the stomach pain is he's in bad shape.
Yep.
And she tells him to come over tonight for a slumber party.
Bring a change of clothes.
Yes, she did say bring a change of clothes. And I was just like, yeah, bro, cum is going to get every fucking where.
We are coming. Mark, we're coming over.
Let's eat some man. Let's eat some human. Let's feel better. And then let's werewolf on that ginger chick that's been trying to fucking fuck us for a while. Let's fuck for it.
She gave you the green light many days ago, Mark. Right. It is time. It is time to go over there, get your little human meat, get your eat your little bit of old,
various meats, both alive and deceased, will be on the menu.
Damn right.
This is third time.
3 times.
This is 3 times. He botched it in the fuck fort, and he botched it downstairs when they had to process the guy.
And he's gonna botch it again this fucking time, Mark.
Absolutely. So he gets there.
I did. When he gets there, she knows the issue. She knows what's going on, and she is there for him. She's there to help him. And I did like
he looks like a heroin addict, by the way.
It does.
He looks awful. He's not doing good.
I mean, prior to this, like he's been in his own kitchen trying to eat his own food and the shit.
Yeah, because doesn't Maverick come over at some point during all that and see how bad he's looking? Or this Maverick is later.
Comes in later on.
Okay, yeah, it's later. Okay, yeah. But he looks like dog shit when he shows up at Ash's house.
She goes over there and she's got one of those what they call a charcuterie board.
A charcuterie. That's charcuterie. Dude, I put that in my boat. I put my notes. I was like, Ash makes Mark a large charcuterie platter of human meats. Like,
hell yeah.
I was looking for a mustard knife. I was just waiting for it. I was like, where's the crackers? Like,
like she had it laid out for him, dude. And he is like, eating this shit. And she's like there with him. And here we go again. And I'm like, here we are in this moment where you could feel. And listen right here, people. Our little girl, Ash. Sitting on the little table on the couch, little white, little tank top on, no bra,
no
nipplies, looking real nipply.
Yeah.
She is set out. She done got the little board of food out. She's sitting there on go, people,
and she's just stewing, watching him eat the meat.
Like,
it's turning her on. I was like, she gets Randy watching him eat it.
Yeah,
Mark almost bangs Ash, but stops.
No, once again, puts the fucking brakes on it. And
I'll get if there's one time I can understand it is this one, because she makes the pass at him while they're on the couch and he's eating it, and he kind of is getting into it and he's really enjoying it, and then he kind of has like that moment of clarity, like, fuck, I'm eating human.
Yeah,
and that's what makes him throw the brakes.
Yeah,
so that was a good scene.
It was, and I like the part that like even when he kind of backed off and put the brakes on it, and she kind of knew, and she reaches over, gets him a little bit more of that food, and she kind of feeds it to him, and he kind of like eats it off her fingers. And I like the part where it didn't go into banging. he just kind of laid her head in his head in her lap, and she she had this smile of like she was happy with that. Like
again, and again, it works. Like it's so because she does that, and she also she like tells him, she's like, the guy from the other night raped and killed 3 girls. Like finally just put it out there. Like, you know, you can feel how you want to feel, but don't act like we lost something good here. Like we got rid of a shitty person, whether you like it, how it was done or not.
Yep.
And I liked where he lays his head in her lap and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, but like I said, Mark works with Ash because Ash is stronger. She's the dom. He's the sub. Like, you know, it's not that, it is technically that kind of a relationship. She is more of the master. He is more of, again, like the sub. So while she's still staying there, don't they go to bed at this point?
They do go to bed. And basically,
is that where she makes some pinky promise to stop digging into her? Yeah,
because I think at that point it's when she tells him everything.
She lets him know she's going to tell him now, but she's like, if I tell you, you got to promise me you're going to stop.
Yeah,
like looking into me and trust me. Yep. Which again, I'm like, this is sus. This bitch is a cannibal. She hit you with her car. She didn't take you to the doctor. Yes, she is hot, but you ain't even banging her. Like, what the fuck are we doing, Mark? But he does do the promise, and go ahead.
And this is where he finally asks her, because she makes him promise that he won't dig into her past, and then he asks her, "Well, is it all right for me to ask you now what happened?" And she's like, "Yes, I'll."
That's right. That's right. Yes.
She tells him about her sister Alexandra, which was the A on the A Rouge.
Yep.
On the picture.
Ash, probably short for Ashley. So Ashley and Alexandria.
Yeah.
Alexandra. So Alexandra was her younger sister. You can tell because the same actress plays Ash. Clearly, she is a younger looking girl for her age.
Oh yeah.
So she's probably supposed to be younger than what she looks. She could pull off easily that she may be about 16,
17.
But she was probably supposed to be more in line of about 13 or 14 when it took place.
Yeah, and so she's telling him the story, and it finally gives us this back in Louisiana, her and her sister out there kind of like in the woods, together. They're having a good time. There's no parents. It's just them two.
Yeah, she says, she's like, I don't remember us ever having parents. She's like, from as far back as I can remember, it was just us.
Yep. And so while they're out there having a good time, just her and her sister, then we get introduced to the fucking swamp man, who just this old dude comes walking up.
Yeah.
And basically
probably offers him a place to stay because it shows him like leading him to he doesn't kidnap him.
No,
he's showing him in. So I would assume could tell they were homeless, acted probably like a good Samaritan and lured them that way.
And basically takes him back to his place. Like, hey, you girls need help. And cause it shows him get back to his little camper and it kind of opens the door for him. Like, if you want to come in, the next thing you know, shit goes to hell. And you realize that they've both been kidnapped by this guy. He's keeping them outside in a cage.
Yeah.
And then finally at some point you see him,
and you're hearing during this you're hearing when it shows different scenes of her and her sister in the cage, you're hearing screams. You're hearing other girls screaming off camera.
Yeah.
And then go ahead.
And so there comes a part where you see the old guy drag her sister out of the cage and just shuts the cage. And then you see it's just her in the cage by herself. Well, then we get the shot of inside the cabin, inside the little camper. And the old man standing.
Well, because it cuts the morning.
Yeah, it's the next morning.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. There we go.
And so we got the old man standing there at the table. We see Ash sitting at the table. The old man, you see him kind of throw some shit in the stove. And you see blood all over the stove. And instantly I'm going, holy shit. He killed the sister and now he's about to eat her. Like, that's din for tonight. And so
he's making her
eat her sister.
Watch. I put that. I was like, he cages them like animals. The man pulled out her sister, Alex, and left Ash in the cage. The man brought Ash inside and made her watch him eat her sister.
Yeah. And so
and again, this is another moment, and I'll be real quick and let you get right back to it. This is another moment where this movie again swings, because this is a genuinely fucked up scene.
Oh,
This is played 100% real. It's played 100% fucked up. This could easily, if this was like the crux of the movie and it was done this way, this would easily be something you would see on like a disturbing movie channel.
Yep, most definitely.
Because I mean, he's sitting there like taking bites,
you see
blood dripping.
Yeah,
there's shit. He's laughing at her. She's like, it is an awful fucking scene. It really is.
Yeah,
in a good way.
It is. And this, the whole time this whole part's going on, I'm like, holy shit! No wonder Ash. Even at this point, I'm like, okay, we get it, Ash. Kudos to you, Ash, for living your best life. And then we get the part to where after the little dinner scene, we finally get the shot of Ash is on her knees inside the camper, and the old man standing in front of her, and you can tell what he's about to do.
Yep.
Tell he wants her to suck his dick, and you can tell in his movement,
dude, the confidence of such a move.
Exactly
after what you just did.
Like, you're about to put your penis in this girl's mouth after she just watched you kill her sister and eat her.
Like, ask because go ahead and tell me what happens.
And so, and you
no
see
spoilers.
The movement. You see the movement. Like, she's on her knees. You can tell where she's at, and you see his hands moving, and you can tell she looks at it.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, you see her head go towards it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That mind, girl, the mind is made up, and she's like, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Got it. I will gladly put your cock in my mouth.
Yes, absolutely.
She goes in there, you see the next shot, you see her head ripping back to the side.
Yes, I put that. I was like, she ripped his dick off with her teeth.
Yes,
because it was I mean, she may have severed or whatever, but I mean, it's a quick, like, it's like one of those pulls, and it looks brutal. It looks great. And while he's freaking out in the background, you can tell it's in her mouth, and she starts chewing.
Yeah,
and it is fucking badass. Like, she looks, it's like a final girl. Like, the movie, it's like the ending of a normal movie. Our final girl fucking wins. Cause like, that kind of wound, bro ain't even gonna fucking get the ambulance out before he bleeds the fuck out. Every major artery's done. He is smoked.
And I like the way it almost like she looked right at the camera.
Yes.
She ripped her head back to the side, and she's looking at the camera. And it wasn't like, in a lot of cases you would expect them to be like a spit it out. No. Our girl Ash just looks at the camera, and all of a sudden you see her start chewing.
And it's subtle. It's not like like, it's not overdone.
No,
you're just like, you're just almost like, oh, she's chewing.
Yeah.
Oh, she's chewing. Like, like, they're not going to be able to sew it back on, even if he survives. Like,
there's not going to be nothing left.
Like, you, like, for a second, you're like, you monster. Wait, shit. No, he deserved that. Fuck. Like, what's happening?
And after she does it, it shows her basically just
eats him,
feasting on his ass. And she actually tells Mark, she's like, basically, I lived off of him for like a week, and that's
she said I fed on him for a month.
Oh, a month. Oh,
and she says that she thinks, because I was like, awesome montage, because it's done. The film is aged to make it look like it was back, and it almost has like and I put it as like, it's almost a grindhouse grime to the film, like real low budget done that way, and it makes it look good, which was probably smart, because of the scene with the cock getting ripped off and all that. You can hide some of your effects a lot with that kind of stuff like that, which is why if you go back and watch old horror movies in 4K, some of that shit, you're like, God damn, it looked like that. In standard definition, everything was hidden. They didn't know we were going to fucking blow up the resolution like that. They had no fucking idea. And she said that she thinks she received power from consuming all of his evil, that like, she consumed the evil, and her body it gave her the power to do good, to take out more evil. So she's almost like she's possessed from it. And again, what the fuck is this movie? What am I watching? And at this point, we're coming right into the third act heavy at this point.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I still don't know what the fuck I'm watching.
Yeah.
And so this is good because now Mark seems to understand her more, and she says how thankful she is she can finally be herself. And then it falls asleep and it cuts, and Mark wakes up in her bed. He looks at the A Rouge picture again. And then there's a note next to it that Ash says she's running some errands. And like when he comes into the kitchen, though, like a badass chick, there's just another nice set out plate of raw meat there for him, and he's sitting there balling that motherfucker. He knows.
Oh yeah,
he wants it. He needs it. And yeah. And I was like, the phone rings and it's Yellow Mitten. That's the company that he works for. Mark ain't been going to work. Mark ignores that phone call.
Mark's got pussy on the brain, but he got
Mark's. I mean, he's got cannibal shit to do now.
Yeah,
you know what's he supposed to do?
You got to do some killing and some fucking. Well, he ain't even
right.
Yeah, that's
no,
the crazy
still
part.
Hasn't.
He still ain't got no ass at this point.
No, this is technically the first day of the rest of his life. Now he's accepted he's a cannibal. He's cool with what he is. He's
living. He's finally living.
Yes. The he's calmed down. And then I was like, but he does take a FaceTime with his therapist.
Oh yeah.
But he lets her know that, I'm at Ash's place, you were right, and all this other stuff. And then he cuts it short because Ash comes back.
Yeah. Did you like the shorts Ash was wearing?
Dude, and anybody who knows me, like she's not my type. Not a fan of gingers in general.
Yeah.
And I'm into more thicker chicks. Like her, she's way too bony. She's a stunner for like if I'm telling. That's why I tell everybody, if you like tiny frame ginger chicks, bro, get ready to find your Sydney Sweeney or your Beyonce, whatever the fuck. Get ready. She is about to be a poster girl for you.
Yeah,
because she's perfect if that's what you're into.
Yeah.
And yeah, the shorts were banging. But at this point, isn't there? So Mark lets her know that he's got plans with Maverick that night.
Family dinner with his brother, and she basically, and it's crazy because she basically, when he says that, she basically says before she even says anything, he says, "Oh, but I can reschedule if I need to with the brother." Yes. And she was just like, "Yeah, because we got big plans and basically stuff we need to do, And so Mark, like being Mark, is like quick to just be like. Yes, ma'am.
I wrote it like this. I was like, Ash makes Mark reschedule with Maverick so they can kill a new victim who she says is a rapist who molested. He rapes people now, but he molested younger girls when he was in high school and was under the age of 18, so he got away with it. And then my very next note, because they're bullet points. Very next one. Fantastic slow motion shot of Ash's pale skinned ass in those shorts. Wonderful. And then that's word for word. I'm reading this. And then ... Ash tells Mark the plan, how they're going to do it with the park and everything like that. And they split up now, because she's going to get ready for the date. And he's supposed to meet her in the park. And then Mark calls Maverick and he cancels.
Yep.
And then I was like, and then we get another montage. I was like, montage of Mark helping Ash kill guys, processing bodies for meat. Mukbang videos, ignoring Maverick further. This montage is fantastic. Mark is settling into his role and he's enjoying it. And that's what gets us to the third act. I mean, God, I don't even know how many they took out. It
went on a long little spree.
And it was great. It was a great montage, great practical effects in it.
Yeah.
Great scenes of them processing bodies and stuff like that.
Yep.
And my next note, Ash confronts Mark over them not having had sex yet. ... I'm reading. This blows my mind. ... All caps. How the hell has he stayed strong this long?
Yeah, because it gets to the point, the where she finally just point blank asking,
Do you remember how she said it? It was so hot.
Like, when are you going to fuck me?
She says it exactly like that.
Yeah,
exactly like that, ladies.
And
ladies, a bit of side advice.
Yeah, here we go. Right, we're going to put a little
from a man who's been with the same woman for almost 20 years, and a man who's had a few different marriages. We will both agree you will never ever go wrong saying that precisely to your man. There's never a wrong time to ask that question.
No.
It honestly doesn't matter if he just got done banging you. That's still the perfect time to look at him like, why haven't you fucked me?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Your man may have just got done making sweet, sweet love to you.
And have zero fuel in the tank. There's nothing he could do. There's not even a Blue Chew nearby, ladies.
Yeah. But all you need to do, roll over and use the words, when are you going to fuck me? Because here's what goes through his head.
You could even call me Mark. I wouldn't even notice that you did that.
No, yeah. Because here's what's going through his head. He may have gave you the best 15 minutes of love making in his life.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you look at him and say, when you going to fuck me? That's a different level right there.
Yes.
That's a
ghost sign to a man to let him know there's several things that she no longer expects from me.
Yep.
And there's a few things that it's okay if I bring up. Maybe we try right now. I ain't brought up these things in months.
Yeah. This
Now's
is one
the
of them.
time.
Yeah. She just gave you a smorgasbord of options on the table right there.
See, if you haven't sub. This isn't. We review horror movies and we also drop pearls of wisdom.
We also give life lessons.
Little pearl necklaces of wisdom, if you will.
Just little nuggets we drop throughout the show.
From the FMK boys to you, free of charge. Only costs you a sub and maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours of your time.
We just want everybody to be happy out there.
We want everybody to have a fuck fort. 2025. Ask yourself, where's my fuck fort, and go out and get it.
Yeah. And if your lady or your man would not be down to building a fuck fort together, then you were the wrong lady and the wrong man.
Absolutely.
I'm just throwing that out there. Another little
Absolutely.
nugget.
That's a good way to rekindle too.
You could.
I've been with the same woman for almost two decades. I have not surprised her with a fuck fort. That may change now.
After this movie right here.
That may change.
After this movie, I may,
this movie changed me.
It opens a lot of things and opens your eyes on a lot of things. Like I'm going like, why the fuck?
It is.
Where's my fort? Where's our fuck fort at?
Absolutely. That you know what? We need those shirts. You need those shirts. We need those. We need shirts. We need stickers. Where's my fuck fort? Fuck fort 2025.
This is true. This
fuck fort. Yes. Be a t-shirt. Yes. It used to be where's our 40 acres and a mule? No. Where is my fuck fort?
A fuck fort could change a couple's life.
That could heal the world.
You having trouble at home? Come home one day. Let your lady come home, and then you got a little blanket fort built right there in your living room.
I'll touch this rail. Have we had the Israelis and the Palestinians discuss each of their unique opinions on fuck forts? Have we thought of that common ground betwixt them? This
could change the world.
You know what? But before we get siditracked with all the good we could do,
I'm just saying.
You're speaking truth to power.
If Donald were to build a fuck fort right on the front lawn of the fucking White House,
yes,
and invite people, imagine the kinship, the bond.
It's there's no more MAGA. It's MAFFA. Make America fuck forts again.
Hey, I'm just saying that we could cure world hunger. Who knows what?
And this is a veteran, people.
Hey,
this is a veteran.
I did my time.
He served his country. So if anybody knows, it's him.
I'm just saying a fuck fort. Jay's
gonna run for Senate on the fuck fort party.
I am. Hey, to this point in my life, I did not realize what a fuck fort could bring forth into the world.
I'm telling you, man, it is a multi-use facility, and it's packable, it's stowable. It is an all-purpose utility domicile.
You could just anytime, any place.
Absolutely. But let's get back to this.
Okay, we're done. Okay,
we're done. We're done.
We're
We're
done.
done.
Dr. Filling y'all's ass now.
We're done. That's all you get. If you guys need more fuck fort talk, put it in the comments and we'll pick it up from there.
Yeah, come
and
back
we'll
next time.
dialogue. Yeah, we'll dialogue that, or we'll bring it up in the next episode. Or if you guys know of other horror movies that involve fuck forts that Jay hasn't reviewed,
please
let him know.
me know.
And we'll do a fuck fort film festival.
Hey,
We'll be Quad FMK.
this is true. We're on to something right there.
Fuck Fort Fright Flick Fuck Marry Kill Festival.
You can never have.
I don't know. I will never be able to say that again without fucking stammering.
I'm going to have to play it back just to try to hear.
That's the THC vape talking there, baby. but seriously, back to this after joking about this, because again, it comes in and this is another fantastic, really emotional scene. And Mark, dude, this is the smoothest thing Mark does in this whole movie. Do you remember what he asks her? The question he asks her before Mark finally lays that pipe. Mark asks her if she's sure about him.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure about me? To which Ash follows it up. She doesn't skip a fucking beat.
No, she doesn't.
She tells him, don't make me regret being so sure.
That whole part right there. There was so much power in that.
Dude, I am wet as we film this.
I got a hard on.
Good thing I bought I have a real leather chair. Otherwise, I'd be fucked. I'd be fucked right now. We'd have to take a towel break.
That's why the camera only goes from waist up, people.
Exactly. I got this. I'm going to take the fish angle off this fucker. But dude, that was a great, and I was like, ... Mark lays pipe. Random sex shots, random boob shots, random bloody weapons. Ash tells him she loves him and immediately climaxes as the shot pulls back to reveal that she is riding him cowgirl on the human processing table in the basement.
With body parts still under the table.
Dude, again, roll credits.
Right then.
Standing ovation, raise the house lights, let everyone involved take a bow.
Yes.
Again, another, and I mean, again, like played for command, but an amazingly effective shot. Great shot. And this movie is packed with them. A movie called Cannibal Mukbang that was probably horror movie suggestion 174 for you on your fucking pointless scroll one night that you just found.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed this. IMDb says this movie came out in 2023, but other places says it was only released this year. So I'm curious, and I'd be curious. It would be awesome actually to find this out. I'm wondering if because again, this is not an incompetently made movie at all.
No.
And I'm wondering was there like a couple of years where there was a film festival circuit, it got shopped around? Was this thing supposed to be getting picked up by somebody and it didn't? And then 2 years later, they finally just threw it out on Tubi. Everything fell apart. I would love to know, because when I see the 2-year gap, that's the only thing I could figure. Because why, if I was the filmmaker and I was able to actually finish this in 2023, why the fuck did I sit on it for 2 years? There was no reason to sit on this.
Yeah.
So I know you've had some interviews before. It'd be great.
Because I got on IMDb, it says it was released in the United States on March 25th of 2025.
So it was released. So was it? But see, then if you go to, because it says that, but if you actually go to the director and the actors IMDb pages, it's 2023.
Yeah.
And so you got to remember, IMDb for these people, they pay IMDb.
Yeah.
I have an IMDb from when me and Joe did that one. If we wanted to actually be able to put a picture up and claim it, we would have to pay IMDb monthly to keep that active. So this is their digital resume. So they're going to make sure that information is accurate. These actors and actresses will be doing that, particularly when you're this much of an independent actor. So I would love, if there's any way, because I know that, you've interviewed people. If by chance you ever get a chance, I would love to know what happened from 2023 to 2025 for this movie to just randomly, because it's not a Tubi original either, is it?
No.
Yeah, it's just, but is it only it may not only, it may be on all the free ones, but I know Tubi is that's your baby.
Oh yeah.
If you're horror and like free, dude, Tubi. But yeah, but back to, I'd love to know that, but man, what a great shot. And then we have Mark. Mark is really fucking weird after this, Jay.
Yeah. Mark, right after she pulls the whole "I love you" as she finishes, and they get done having their time, he kind of, that whole "I love you" thing kind of caught him off guard, and you see him kind of get up, and he's like getting dressed, and in this moment, I'm wondering to myself, because this whole movie, all I've seen was little poor, pitiful Mark, just always catering to her. And the next thing you know, Mark's got this whole different vibe about him, where it's like this something about him was different. And I'm sitting there in that moment, I'm going, "Holy, what's up? Is Mark been playing us this whole time?"
100% what I thought as well. And then when the conversation, because I was like, he gets dressed and Ash tells him he shouldn't be ashamed of being naked. And because basically letting him know, he's just like, oh, we're done. Like, there's no reason to just stay naked. Like almost like maybe he's ashamed of his body.
Yeah.
And she's letting him know, like, hey, I like the way you look naked. You shouldn't. Mark then asks if she really loves him. And you can tell by the way he said it that Ash would have been able to have picked, anyone would have been like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I said that too soon and I freaked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
So she tries to play it off, and she says she just got caught up in the moment and stuff. And then he's like, does that happen often? And she's kind of now in a fucking corner, because you can tell with her, she's like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is not Mark. What the fuck has happened?
Yeah.
And she's just kind of like, she's like, well, what difference would it make if it's happened before? And then he's like, gonna go. And she's like, well, I guess, yeah, go ahead, since you got what you wanted. She's like, and I was the same thing. I was like, was that his first time? Like, was that why? Because he was so introverted. Like, did he never have sex before? But then I was like, okay, that shit would have had to have came up between him and his brother.
Oh yeah.
Like something. And I was with you. I was like, what the fuck is this cat about? Like, and I'm like, oh no, like what kind of danger is Ash in? Like, like what is Mark done?
That he's about to kill her. Like Mark,
run, bitch, run.
We thought it was all about the mukbang girl, but it's not.
Yeah, and so then it cuts immediately to like Maverick, because again in that montage, remember Maverick's been texting, calling, trying to get in touch with him. He's worried about him. So it immediately cuts after Mark bells. Dude, like, I mean, almost like pimp. Like, again, dude, like it's
a whole different Mark in that moment.
Yet again, what movie am I watching?
Mm-hmm.
So then it cuts immediately like to Maverick, his brother, is like beating down Mark's door. Like, I know you're in there, yada yada. So like it doesn't really explain how long it's been, but obviously some time's passed and they haven't talked. And we know that he's been ignoring Maverick for God knows how long. So Maverick like gets in there. And he said he's like, there's clearly a bad smell and the place is wrecked. And this is where Maverick saw him looking all pale and shit, because Mark has not been eating human meat.
Yeah.
There's food everywhere, where he's been apparently trying anything he can to eat something that satiates the hunger, and he's not finding it, and the place is rancid and he looks like garbage because of it.
Yep.
And that's when he finally tells Maverick how he freaked out when she said she loved him. And Mark like admits that he freaked when she said it and that he reacted bad. And I did like this line from Maverick. Again, Maverick was supposed to hate him, but every time they interact, he's genuinely seems to be a really good big bro. And Maverick said, look, dude, I like being an asshole, but you clearly don't like being a pussy. So you need to quit feeling sorry for yourself and get her back. And I was like, fucking again, written by the same lady who directed this, who I've also never heard of before.
Yeah.
These are some good lines. The line earlier about are you sure about me? Don't make me regret being so sure.
Yeah.
Like, these are good fucking lines in a movie called Cannibal Mukbang, buried in Tubi.
Yeah.
Like, may have came out in 2023 or it may have came out in 2025. And basically everybody gave up. They did like one other thing after this and quit, apparently. And everything else they've done is hung in post-production. But yeah, dude, I love that. And then, so he's in get her back mode.
He is. He's gonna make his way back, and that's where he goes. And you can tell when he's with her now, he looks a lot healthier. So he has
clearly
they have linked back up. She has given him another charcuterie board of human meat, and he's back to his normal self. And he basically is telling her, I want to be with you. I don't want to be without you. And they have this moment of like, getting back together. Everything's good.
She does the blood oath with the knife.
Oh yeah. And that though made me think back to the date night when her hand was cut. She had her hand wrapped up. Remember when she had that wrap around her hand? And so then it made me wonder, was Mark the only guy she was playing?
Dude, I remember that. Did it ever explain that?
It never did. It never explained what was wrong with her hand.
I remember when she had that on the hand.
Yeah, and he asked her about it, and she didn't say nothing about it. And so I was wondering when I seen her cut his hand and her hand, I was like, was Mark the only guy?
That is interesting because it's not too long, because her hand has that bandage when they go out to the vegan place. So it's not too long after you see that she's then, she breaks the dude's forearm and starts eating him in the park. So you would just kind of be like, oh, she must have got hurt doing this before.
Maybe.
Which is probably what it is. But it is very interesting to note that there's that scene. And I do wonder if there was something that was supposed to, or was that just kind of where they're like, we didn't put those two and two together. We wanted it to seem like she hurt her hand killing somebody. And then they did the blood oath. You guys read more into that than we did. That's very interesting.
It was just odd when I seen that, because I was thinking, like, was Mark maybe not the only guy? Maybe she had options,
Yeah. And again, we're still, again, this movie has went all over the place. So like nothing would have surprised me at this point.
No.
Like it's everything I thought this was going to be. It's not. And then it's got some parts where it gets a couple of twists in there, and it's cool. But they do the blood oath and all that, and then Mark does. I'm sorry, I was going to say the gayest thing he could possibly do. They haven't seen each other in a while. They just did a blood oath, and Mark asks her if it would be okay if they just stayed in tonight.
Yeah.
Because he wants to watch a movie that's called Zombies. Like bees. I thought right then, because
if that movie's on Tubi, I want to find it.
If somebody make it, if it's not, we got Zombievers. Where's the zombies?
I know
it wasn't surprise. God, that's got to be. I hope so. So let us know. Put that link in the comments below, everybody, and make Jay review it. And but at this point, because did you not? I thought it seemed like she took him back too quick.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And so I thought that like it was going to be one of those where like she was going to like, now she was going to kill him and eat him.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't what she thought he, you know what I'm saying? And so when he did that, I was kind of like, all right, here's where she's going to stab him. She's going to let him stay. Last one more autistic fucking thing to her. Yeah. And now she can't take it no more. This little pissant had sex with her. He came in her. Why wouldn't you? You're on a human butchering table. No rubbers, no pull out. Them's the rules. This is America.
We finishing right there.
Exactly. All right. You don't tell me you love me and come and then tell me to pull it out and put it on your tits. That's not right.
We're not doing it.
No. That's communism. That's how terrorism wins, people. So like, and then to get up and act like that afterwards. Yeah. And then to come crawling back, needing human meat. You've been too big of a pussy to get your own while you're out there. So I I physically healed you, and now you're all, I want to be back. And then, hey, could we just cuddle maybe and watch a movie?
Let's cuddle and watch
I thought she was already like, all right, I'm gonna eat him, and now she was just gonna be like, fuck this, I can't wait any longer. Like, you know, and but she where is it? I lost my spot in the notes. But Ash says they have to kill a guy tonight.
Yep. She already has something in the works.
Yeah. It then shows Ash, because then of course Mark, okay.
Yeah.
God knows how long it's been since he's killed anybody. He wanted to stay in and watch zombies. He wants to go out and murder and process a human. He was kind of like, yeah, whatever. You know, I'm down. I mean, we don't have to watch. We can watch that later.
We can get on Tubi anytime and watch zombies.
Yeah. It's on demand. We're good.
Yeah.
Because he's Mark.
I saved it to him. It's on my.
And he tried one time to act like he had other options and was reminded.
It backfired.
Backfired. Mark's learned his lesson.
Yeah, the one time Mark tried to be a man, he realized quick that he fucked up.
Showed what a bitch he was.
Yeah. He came crawling back.
No harder lesson to learn than a man trial that made you look like a bitch.
Yeah.
As Ash is getting ready, and did you see the poster or like the painting she had of the human meat chart?
Oh yeah, on her night.
I want I want that so bad now.
Yeah,
it looks so good. That. I'm gonna look and find it. I gotta have it. It's awesome. And I actually put that in a note. I'm like, damn, that's cool.
Yep.
She tells Mark that the plan will be to wait in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
So she had said before, like it was like a cackle. It was gonna be a really loud cackle when they were doing the other one. So she was like, wait for me to cackle. So at this point, I'm still of the mind that she's still not, like she's tricking Mark.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why? Every other scene, it was pretty much the same thing. In the park, when it did the montage, they were doing the same way. But now suddenly the guy's coming over to her place.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew what it was.
Yeah.
Because
I started thinking it and wondering it just by the way some of the comments
insanely intense spoiler now.
Yeah.
It's Maverick that shows up.
Yeah.
At her place. Okay. And we'll get into the scene, but we did skip a little bit because when he beats the door in to talk to Mark talks about something about hanging out, and Maverick mentions he has a date tonight.
Yeah.
And so when Ash says that they have to kill a guy tonight, I went, fuck, it's Maverick.
Yeah. Because even when he made the comment to him about when Maverick made the comment to him, I forget how Mark asked him, like, one of your secretaries. And then Maverick makes a comment like, oh, you don't even want to know. And then when she said the same thing, like, oh, I got this thing tonight.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I bet this is going to be our boy Maverick.
Yes. And so again,
straight into the danger zone.
Yes. Yeah, bro. I mean, highway. Yeah. And no Goose.
No Goose.
He is gooseless.
Goose is bailed.
Yes. This is Meg Ryan has already found another husband at this point. That's how gooseless Maverick is in this movie.
Yeah, Maverick is solo right now.
Yeah. So there's a knock on the door. Mark is in the closet. He looks comfy as shit, cucking it through the fucking wooden blinds. Looks
there
like
I go. I was like, we're about to see a cuckold.
Looks as at home as I've seen him. Like, he's and you can tell
Mark would have watched the whole thing if Mark was that type of guy that if she had to get to the point where she was fucking this person, Mark would have been in the closet just like, well, she hasn't cackled yet.
Bro, for sure. And wouldn't have thought that, and be like, well, now that's the third position they're switching to. I thought, did she cackle and I missed it? Like,
When is she going to cackle? She keeps coming. She's coming.
Yeah,
She ain't cackling.
She cackles when we do it. But so like you can tell, and this was again another really well done scene because Mark, again, kudos to Nate Wise, the actor. You can tell on Mark's face. The voice sounds familiar, Mark, but because of the way the closet doors are, those angled wooden things, it's not the adjustable kind. It's kind of built in. He can't get a clear sight on who it is.
Yeah.
And so, and you could tell he's like, what the fuck? Why do I know that? When he's kind of looking, we know it's Maverick.
Yep.
He's out there. And so at this point, I'm still thinking that she is paying Mark back for the way he reacted, like now this is where it's going. And this is the whole reason why, because we know Maverick is an asshole, but we've also had very endearing moments with Maverick.
Yeah. The dude was at the ball game cheering for his kid's baseball game. And
we watched him
brotherly
cheer his
advice.
He beat in a door after his little brother refused to talk. He was so concerned. He tried to hook him up with easy pussy.
We're all team Maverick at this point.
Yes. People. Even if you don't like Maverick, you at least don't think Maverick is a bad brother or a bad guy overall.
He should not be on Ash's list.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah. He's not Ash bad, And so I was like, Mark can't tell it's him, but clearly thinks he recognizes the voice. Maverick just shattered a glass over Ash's head and knocked her out. Yeah. He's about to. So, and that's where everything goes because he turns the tables.
Yeah.
He legit surprises Ash, knocks her out, and immediately proceeds to, he's gonna rape her.
Yeah. And it goes quick. He knocks her out. She hits the ground. It shows him literally going to the zipper.
He's done this plenty of times before.
Yeah, not his
she
first
rodeo. She ain't the only. It's maybe not even the first time with her. Maybe, at this point, my thinking in the movie, for sure, certainly she's not the only girl.
Yeah,
and I'm like, holy fuck, he's bad. He really is bad enough for Ash. Ash was being honest. Like I thought she was gonna fucking kill his brother and then kill him. The last family, the only family Mark had left. Like she's gonna fucking murk him. She's gonna do like Swamp Man, eat Maverick in front of Mark. We're gonna have a big showdown here where this bitch goes Looney Tunes over him fucking doing this.
Yep.
And then when he smashes that glass, I'm like, because I thought it was him.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that he deserved to be there. Were you surprised by that?
Yeah, I was surprised. I kind of had a feeling when, like we had talked about, when the brother said he had the date. But I thought, like you did, that this was going to be her way of being like, I thought you were a nice guy, Mark. And so now this is my way of fucking your life up, and I'm going to do the exact same shit that happened to me. I watched my sister get killed and eaten, and now she's going to do the same thing. But when he busted that bottle over her head, and then when the camera shot to him quick, like his facial expression was an evil. It wasn't the cool Maverick, it was just like,
because when the glass smashes, you don't know. You don't know at the very time it happens who got hit.
Yeah.
And then it shows that Ash was the one that got hit. And then, you're right. Ash was the one that got hit. Quickly shows Maverick's face. This is what his plan was all along. Boom, zipper shot.
Yeah, it shows he's unzipping his pants. Next thing you know, he drops to his knees, pulls her panties off. And you could tell like he's getting ready to rape her.
Yeah, yeah.
And in comes fucking Mark.
Yeah, just walks up behind him.
Walks up and calls his name. And he's like, Maverick, what are you doing here? And Maverick turns around and is like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. It's like the circle of Spider-Mans pointing at each other. Like that's fun. No, like and at this point, Mark's devastated, obviously. And well, then Ashley comes too. Or sorry, Ash.
Yeah.
He didn't knock her out enough. So like, God only knows what the fuck was about to happen to him.
Yeah.
And then so she comes to and kicks him off. Well, then Mark stops her.
Yeah, because she kind of kicks him in the head, knocks him out, and she had an axe in there, and she was getting ready to fucking hatchet his ass. And Mark stops him and is like, "That's my brother," and she had no clue.
Yes, he shows her the
phone. Yeah, she had no clue. So then there went my theory.
Exactly.
Of like, oh, she's trying to get Mark back because she had no clue this dude was his brother, but she knew he was fucking evil.
Yes, because she was just, and I was like, Mark is trying to convince her not to do this. Ash tells Mark to help her take him to the basement, and then it cuts. But yeah, you were right. Like when that happened, that's when I literally I literally like in my head I was like, holy fuck, she didn't even know that was his brother. No. Like, okay, like, and then I was just like, holy fuck, like Ash, it's crazy. The most innocent person on all of this is the fucking cannibal. The original cannibal is the most fucking trustworthy and honest person out of this fucking trio right now. And so it cuts and Maverick is taped, heavily fucking taped.
Oh yeah.
To the fucking processing table. Clearly Ash taped him down, and clearly Ash has taped down a live person. There is no fuck. It is the kind of amount of tape you see it and you're like, he ain't getting out of that.
No,
like there ain't no. It's that silver shit too. That
you're on Dexter level right now. You're not getting out there.
Yes, yes. And at that point, Mark asked Maverick if he is sick.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, like, it's kind of almost like it becomes like this triangle thing of like Ash. And maybe because my notes are kind of spastic here. Because, like, dude, I mean, I was zoned. I was on my computer doing that because my TV was kind of at like tilted out. I'm sitting here like this, just doing notes because I'm just like, Mark asked Maverick if he's sick. Maverick confesses to raping before and killing before, but he doesn't just confess it. Ash says something. Do you remember exactly how it went?
I don't remember exactly how it went.
It'd be okay if we don't completely, because it is the ending, it is the payoff.
Yeah, we don't have to get into how it ends.
It goes into a trick. Basically, Mark doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know, and Ash is trying to convince him. He does now know, though, for a fact that Maverick deserves to be there. Like, there's no question about that anymore.
But
go ahead.
I guess for Mark, blood's thicker than water.
Bro, dude.
What the hell?
I honestly, at this point, because it goes to Maverick trying to convince Mark that Ash is really the sick one. And that she's manipulating him. And Ash is trying to convince Mark because Ash has given Mark, I forget exactly, remember Mark has that long ass butcher knife at this point because Ash wants him to kill Maverick. To prove to her because she had Maverick admit it. Like Mark knows beyond a shadow of a doubt his brother deserves to be there.
Yep.
And Mark goes Vin Diesel and fucking Fast and Furious, bro.
Yeah,
and
buddy. It's all
might as well have fucking screamed La Familia.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful fucking knife shot. And he drops that motherfucker right next to Maverick, where the tape is got the gap from Maverick's body to the table, and Mark does a beautiful fucking rip.
Yep.
And frees Maverick completely. That knife fucking that knife was going to go through fucking Maverick with no problems because it went through that fucking all that tape like paper. If you Mark, I was like upstairs because he just bails. Maverick just fucking bails smart. And Mark's sitting there, Ash is like, why did you do that? And Mark's fucking soy boy is simping. Like,
Mark's in the corner like a little fucking bitch. Like, and Ash goes after Maverick.
Yes.
She's chasing him while fucking Mark is sitting in the little corner knowing his brother just admitting to him, I have raped people, I have killed people.
He was literally about to do that to the love
Yes.
of your fucking life.
And
you know that
still-
you caught him red-handed doing at least that.
Yeah.
Even if you have doubts about Ash, you caught him red-handed doing that one.
Yeah, and he still cut him loose, and
Yep.
he sits there in the corner like a little bitch. And Ash runs after Maverick. You know, they have a little tussle in the living room. She basically scratches him, bites his ear off, and she's
Yep.
ready to kill him. And then
she gets him. She starts choking him.
And I loved the banshee scream she put on him right when I thought she was going to finish his ass off.
Yes, because when she's sitting there going at him, so apparently this is where you learn the depths of what Maverick, and I know this has been long-winded, everybody. I'm looking at the time now and I'm like, Christ, we've talked about it for this long.
Yeah.
But again, regardless of what our review turns out to be, there's no fucking denying that we expected one thing, got something completely different, and we got something completely different multiple times through this movie from what we expected. We've at least agreed on that so far, and we want to know, tell us in the comments below. Are you feeling the same way before you even give us the review? She's choking him, and she tells Maverick, so apparently Maverick has been on her list.
Oh yeah.
She's been trying to get this one. Because she says she knows about the 12-year-old he dumped on the highway.
Yep.
And the 16-year-old he dismembered. Do you remember earlier when she took Mark home after she hit him with her car? He turns the radio off. It talks about a suspected serial killer loose. They found the dismembered girl.
Yep.
Giving me the impression like, Mark, and I remember thinking like, Mark, I don't think you're a serial killer. But that was a terrible thing to do to this girl who seems really nice.
Yeah.
And you just acted like the biggest sketchy fucker I've ever seen. They mentioned the serial killer and you're like, oh no, let's not listen to that. Wink.
Yeah.
But it turns out it was fucking Maverick.
Maverick was the person on the news.
And that's why Ash's radio was on the news, probably getting more details for her hunt. And again, what the fuck am I watching? It's got this many layers and fucking connectors harkening back. Did M. Night Shyamalan fucking ghost write this? What the fuck is happening here? And then the ultimate.
Oh,
also knows about the corpses that he dug up.
Yes, and fucked. He was fucking the dead bodies, people.
So he's into kids. He's into brutalizing and killing kids. He's into necrophilia. I mean, we're talking about just the worst of the worst. And again, we're also talking about a scene that, depending on your level of exposure to what types of horror movies, could easily put this into a very disturbing category.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of movies that tiptoe around saying shit like this exactly. And it's said exactly. There's a lot of them that will suggest it because it's such a sensitive thing for a lot of people to hear. And again, what the fuck am I watching? Well, I guess Mark is too busy whimpering to fucking hear Ash. I mean, she is kind of saying this to Mark before she fucking, I am fucking about to snatch his soul. Like,
yeah, dude.
You talk about.
She hit that scream. I was like, she's about to rip his fucking throat out, dude.
I was waiting for it to get gross.
Yeah,
I figured it was going to, and I was thinking, okay, she's going to be the one that kills him, and then it's going to be revealed that Mark could have stopped her but didn't. He didn't have the guts to do it himself, but he again learned that he was thinking for himself, and that was a stupid thing to do because he's Mark.
Yep.
And he should have listened to Ash, and now he's learned yet again. But no, Mark knocks Ash off of Maverick and stops it.
And Maverick runs out the door like a little bitch. He is gone. Grabs his ear off the floor.
Yes. The vanity. Still gotta love it. This is still the Maverick we used to like. Yeah. And the Maverick we used to like was not gonna leave his ear. There's a chance to put it back on, and that's a good looking ear. Maverick likes that ear.
Yeah.
That's his lucky ear.
He needs the ear, damn it.
Yeah, he's lost goose. Don't make him lose the ear too.
Get your ear and get out of there, Maverick. Get out of there.
You know, and at this point, Ash is just, I mean, she freaks the fuck. And I mean, again, she just unloaded all this info, the shit she, you know, again, the effort she's put in, the things she knows he's done, and even the struggle up till now to do what she thinks she's supposed to do. Because let's not forget too that she's going to eat him, and she's also convinced that she literally gains power when she consumes these people who are evil. There's a lot of like cannibal tribe culture that's documented where they eat, you know, or did eat the people that they beat because they thought it gave them strength. They absorbed the soul of the warrior they killed that they ate.
Yep.
And dude, like she fucking loses it on Mark. And I'm losing it on Mark.
I am too.
And Maverick's fucking gone.
Yeah, as soon as Mark came behind her and knocked her off of him, and I seen Maverick take off, I am like pissed off.
Yeah, because at this point, I'm honestly at this point, my hands are up in the air, and I'm like, I don't know what's about to. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Because at this point, like, is Mark about to kill her? Because it's clear she's not gonna fucking stop. Like, she's gonna get Maverick. Like, you know, she was probably getting, but she just starts yelling at him. And at this point, she finally fucking hits Mark.
Yeah.
With that fucking axe.
Takes him down. Swings at him numerous times. Right in the gut area. Just killing his ass. And, you know, at this point, Maverick's gone. And it shows the camera close to Mark's face. And he basically tells her, like, I loved you, Ash.
Yeah.
And then Ash kind of like falls on top of him, crying.
Yeah, because she again, you have to remember, like, what she said about who she was and how she felt comfortable. So, like, to her, this is a big betrayal. Yeah. Because he knows this about her, and he said he accepted it. And she's proven, like, it's not her, and it's genuinely not her fault that Maverick was the one who did this shit. You can agree or disagree with what she was doing. It's not her fault. It was Maverick.
Yeah.
And now, you know, Mark has sold her out twice. You know, fool me once, you know, and, you know, when he says that, you know, she calms down, the adrenaline stops, and now she's realizes what she's done. And she's sorry, and she's laying on top of it and crying in pain as he dies. And then we roll fucking credits, bro.
Yeah.
And that's Cannibal Mukbang.
Cannibal Mukbang.
Free to watch on Tubi with the cover art that we don't have here because we did not prepare to do that. And we don't do that kind of, but you'll see it again. Check the thumbnail. Even if it's
big. I've posted it on the Instagram.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Picture of it on the Instagram. And
that's this movie.
But in this,
you got to go first. I want you to go first on this one. And again, we've been long-winded, but I again, regardless of what either one of us said, we both agreed this movie just kept taking us off guard.
Yeah, it did.
Like the moment I felt like I was in a groove, it switched up, and it wasn't like a massive pivot. And it was shit that made sense. You know, it fit the movie. Like the unpredictability of the movie was kind of what it is. That was the way it was. What did you think, man? We got to put a rating on it. The fucker, the marry, the kill. We didn't say this in the beginning. You usually do that.
I know. I didn't.
But we
just jump right in, and so here we go. We got to rate it.
Fuck it, marry it, or kill it.
If you're new to the show, we fuck it, marry it, or kill it. Marrying it being the best of the best. You could pop that baby in and watch it every day of the week. It does not get old. Fucking it, that's our friends with benefit. That's our fucking little name in the little black book we're going to call up on a Friday night because we need to get that itch scratched. And we don't know what we want. We just know we want something.
And it's pretty reliable.
It is.
She usually responds. And if she has to blow you off, it sounds like a good reason. And the next time she actually does come over. It's one of them kind.
It's one of those. That's the friends with benefits. And then we got the kill. The kill was our fucking sea donkey. The sea donkey is the one we,
she didn't wash good. She didn't trim up.
Yeah. Last call.
Her bedroom was gross.
last call. All your buddies are going home with a piece of ass, and you ain't got nothing. You look over across the bar. You grab the last thing standing there.
Yep.
Wake up the next morning. You realize it was a mistake. You had some fun. You had fun.
Yeah.
But it was a mistake. You want to chew your arm off and get the fuck out of there.
You know you got laid last night,
but
you don't want anybody else to know you got laid last night, though. That's a kill.
You're not telling your friends about it.
So, Jay, what do you give a Cannibal Mukbang?
A Cannibal Mukbang, I ain't gonna lie, when it first started, within probably the first 15 minutes, I was like, I'm a fucking kill it. Okay. All because I got wrapped up in Mark right out of the gate. Because I took Mark's acting, the way he talked, the way he was, and I'm like, this dude sucks. And I'm not an actor. I can't act to save my life. But I just was like, this dude is so fucking annoying. And then as it went on, as the movie continued, and I started getting surprised, blindsided by this, these cool little lines, these moments. And then I'm kind of like asking myself, like, am I enjoying this ride right now? Like, am I having fun right now?
Okay.
And then I get towards
it was a roller coaster.
It was like moments of it where I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then it's like, you give me this cool ass moment, you give me this little cool ass moment, you give me this little twist, and here I am at the end of it going, holy shit, man, I enjoyed that ride. And so then I had to dump the feeling from the beginning. I forgot about that. I forgot about that first 10 or 15 minutes. And now I'm just like, holy shit. And so I went from having to kill it, and now I had to bring it all the way up to it. It's a friends with benefits. It's a fuck for me because it was a good time. You know, it's like I had fun with it. I didn't think I was going to. And then toward the end of it, I'm like looking around like, holy shit, man, I'm enjoying this ride.
It's like in the movie when the guy finally decides, like the old movie She's All That.
Yeah.
And he finally takes the tomboy out and she cleans up real good. Yeah. Was it like that for you?
It was. It was a
progressive diamond in the rough.
Progressive, like, man, like I want to like quickly into this thing, like, man, I'm fucking kill it. Like this dude, Mark. And then it's like as I started understanding Mark.
Right.
Understanding this is how Mark is supposed to be. This is who Mark is. And the rest of the ride was just fucking crazy and fun. And I had a good time. I never got bored. It always had me wondering and going like, what the fuck am I watching? And for me, who enjoys a lot of fucked up shit to watch.
Yeah.
I love a movie that can make me throughout the movie going, what the fuck is going on right now? And so, yeah, for me, it's a fun fuck. It's a good friends with benefits. It is a, you know, I will.
So what makes you stop it from a Mary?
What?
Again, I'm digging so deep because this movie threw me so fucking much. This one threw me more than The Devil and the Daylong Brothers because I knew what that one was about. I just didn't think it was going to be any good. Yeah. This one, I didn't think it was going to be any good. And I thought I knew what it was going to be, and it completely wasn't that. And then when I thought I knew what it was going to be, then it wasn't that anymore. And it did that a couple more times.
Honestly, when I first picked this movie out to do it, when I first seen it, without looking at anything, just the picture and the name, and my first thought was, man, me and John would have a good time with this one.
That dude, that's why when you sent it, because he's right. He didn't ask me to do it or anything like that. Because Jay, usually that's the way it is, where like either he'll come up with a movie that he really thinks, but then sometimes I can also tell Jay because some weeks Jay won't even text me what movie he's doing. But then some weeks he will, but he won't ask me to come on. And I think he's fishing a little bit to see if I'm busy because he knows I got all the kids and shit. So I respect the game. But when I saw it, that's my first thought. I was like, We'll have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah,
okay. And that's why I didn't watch the trailer or anything, because I wanted to be as pissed off as possible when I took my notes.
And that's honestly what I thought going into it, that this is going to be one of the movies that we're going to get on here. We're going to rip it up one side and down the other and just talk shit, make jokes about it, laugh about it, you know. And then even last night after you watched it, you text me and said, I can't wait to talk about this movie. And then I hadn't seen the movie yet. So now I'm just like,
yeah, because you said you weren't going to watch it until we're recording this on Wednesday. You guys are seeing it on Friday. You watched it earlier today.
I watched it earlier today.
And I texted you like 9 o'clock. I was like, hey, man, I'm watching it and taking my notes. And you're like, I'm going to watch it tomorrow afternoon. And I did. Before I went to bed, I was like, I can't wait to review this with you tomorrow.
Yeah,
and I never heard back from you. And then you messaged me earlier and was like, what time? And I was like, okay. And so I did this. I did the same thing. I was like, all right, I didn't watch the trailer. We ain't doing spoilers. Let's see and that's why I wanted to pick. I wanted your full gamut. So like, all right, so let me stop cutting you off then. What was Stop the Mary? We know why you didn't kill it and you really like it. So why did you, what stopped it?
Just because there's certain movies that once I know how it plays out and I know how it's going to end, that takes it from being a Mary for me. There's certain movies where I know what's going to happen every step of the way, but I still fucking enjoy that so much. There's certain movies that are like that for me, but for this one, with all the twists and all the things that had me sitting there going, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
I'm not going to get that again the next time I watch it. And that's the only reason why it can't be a Mary for me, but it was a fucking hell of a ride.
Okay.
I had fun. Once I got past the first hating on Mark, once I got past the fucking spectrum, I was able to enjoy.
No, I'm glad you reacted the way you did when I brought that up, because I it was in my notes. Because I was the same way. Because at first I literally went like, man, fucking dude, like really, like I can't. And because then I went like, really, an hour and 45 minutes of this fucking guy, like, you know, because I literally sat down ready to fucking rip.
I did too,
and I kind of sat down ready to be like, you know, I was fucking, you know, I had shadow box beforehand, like I was fucking ready. I said, that's cool, man. For me, this is a massive Mary for me. This is one of my favorite movies I've seen so far this year. This is one of the biggest surprises I've had watching a movie in a very, very long time. Before I even went to let Joe know that I was done watching the movie and taking notes, I had already bought the Blu-ray off of Amazon full price for $29.99. It'll be here in 2 days, because I was completely fucking taken aback by this. And I so what you just said was like, there's certain movies that get away with all the spoiling is gone, but it's still just so fucking good you would marry it, and this just didn't meet. It blew past that for me. But that's the exact reason. It's one of those movies where it's another one of those, like when I put it on my shelf, I can't wait for the day that someone's like, dude, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
We're watching it right the fuck now. You have no earthly idea what this is, man.
Yeah.
And I really, out of any episode I've done with you, I really hope people who watch this will actually watch this episode of us, will actually watch this movie and give us a comment, really, because it's like, again, if you watch me and you, we're very much, it's 50-50 if we're going to be in sync on a movie or not.
Oh yeah.
And it regardless of genre or shit like that, like it just is. So for us to be almost identical, and you basically saying it was almost to that level of American, you and me saying, yeah, bro, it fucking did laps around it for me. And it was because of I'll just read. I actually put some final thoughts. Exactly. It's like, Mark, played by Nate Wise, and Ash, played by April Consolo, have really good chemistry and both have acting chops better than their IMDb pages would suggest. And I will now say that because I didn't really dig into the director. I'll say the same thing about the director who also wrote this. I don't know where these three people are. And I'm also, because I mentioned him earlier, the guy who played Maverick, his name is Clay Von Karlowitz. He has just as much of an unimpressive IMDb as the rest of them. I don't know. I don't know what's happened. I don't understand, especially, I mean, as every year it gets easier and easier for people to make independent movies. I don't know what's going on and why I haven't seen more of these people. And I really, really hope I do. And if they happen to ever see this, we saw it and you guys fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
The flashback scene with Ash and her sister was so fucking messed up. And the way it was filmed, they did not hold back. Again, it's movies can shift tones so bad to where it puts you off. And that's why I even said, like, warned you, like, if you're not into disturbing cinema, this scene could fucking make you feel a little like, ugh.
Oh yeah.
It leans in fucking heavy.
Because during that part, these aren't like older girls.
Nope,
when this goes down, we're looking at like 10, 11, 12, 13 years old.
And that's why I mentioned that April Consolo still played Ash, and she can pull off let me see if it even said how old is this lady.
I think that was her sister who actually played her sister.
That may have been.
Because if you look at the cast, Allie was played by Autumn Consolo, which
okay.
Ash's name is April Consolo.
I don't readily see her birthday. Like I said, who knows? But I mean, she can play younger. Like I said, she could play. She could easily pass for like 17, 18, but she was probably supposed to look about 14, maybe 15. A bit of a stretch, low budget movie, but yeah. She was by far the oldest girl in when they showed other girls because it wasn't just them. And I mean, that scene it fucking just killed it, and it looked good. I was like, no bad acting. Even Clay Von Karlowitz, who played Maverick, plays his character as the douchebag like he is supposed to, but he also clearly cares about his brother, given their past. It's weird. And I'm going to say this, and I don't know how to explain it. I will preface it by saying this. Our father, our real dad, he's one of these older cats. He's in his mid-70s. He loves Hallmark movies. Right? He likes the movie where you can predict that she's old school.
Yeah.
You just give him more of that good shit, bro. Like, yes, there is a place in this town that only sells artisan cookies, and everybody who owns it makes over $100,000 a year, and it always snows there, and everybody falls in love. Dad loves those movies, right? So when I go to visit,
Gilmore Girls,
right? All right. So now Jay doesn't get to see Dad often. He, with the Army and all that other stuff. I've lived near my dad most of my life. So when I see him, I have been in the presence of several fucking Hallmark movies with my father. And I told this to my wife, Jo. I said, this movie feels like if the Hallmark Channel tried to make a knockoff of the rom-com horror Warm Bodies. I don't know if you've seen that one, but used cannibals instead of zombies. And I may love it even more because of that. And I told my wife, I was like, it's weird. I was like, you know how with Hallmark movies, if you've ever watched them, it seems like the scenes go on like 2 seconds too long, so they can really stress how happy everybody is.
Yeah.
When they smile, the camera's on them just a little too long. And that was the way it was here. If you go back, you should go back and rewatch it, because there was certain time, like especially I noticed it the most, because Clay Von Karlowitz looks like the kind of guy. He's that typical guy who would have a massive career in Hallmark movies. He's that conventionally good-looking white guy that every Hallmark movie has. He could play the prince from the country you've never fucking heard of. He looks like that, and he had those shots where it was the director or the editor they should have just cut. It was 1 second too long, and it felt weird. And just some of the locations. And I told my wife, I was like, the whole time it just had. I was like, but it's like Hallmark, because like Hallmark, they'll reuse a lot of locations. So those movies have dog shit budgets.
Yeah.
But because they have these locations and they'll reuse them in a lot of movies in their real places, their movies don't feel so low budget because they're shot in nice locations. And like that's what this felt like. This movie, I told Joe, I was like, this movie, they don't know when it came out. I'm convinced this movie jumped the fucking timeline, bro. This movie was not made in our current, whatever earth we're on. This reality did not. That's why these people don't do shit anymore. Yeah. These are NPCs. AI made this movie. A different universe made this movie. This movie shouldn't fucking exist. It is a victim of its title. This is the worst title for this movie. I don't know. I get it, but like the mukbang is like barely anything.
Yeah. After the first probably 30 or 40 minutes, it never circles back.
The montage, they force showing Ash doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing, it pays her bills. I mean, she does say that's her job. Yeah. So fair enough, but it's such a small part of it that it doesn't even need to be in the title. And that's one of the reasons, because it's one of those such on the nose titles.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, you wanted someone who was probably trying to find Cannibal Ferox or Cannibal Holocaust. You wanted them to find your movie because cannibal is a popular search term. So it just screamed low effort. And that's what I wanted. That's what I expected. I thought I was going to tear that up, dude. And I will shut up rambling. I fucking loved this movie. I can't wait for the Blu-ray to come in. As soon as it does, I'm popping that shit in and making Joe watch it. Everybody should watch this. And if anybody who did anything with this movie sees this, y'all fucking killed it. And you should hit up Jay and let him interview y'all, even if it's only a few hundred people, to get y'all some extra fucking exposure, because y'all deserve it.
Yeah. Like I said, big fan of it. And I like it when I can watch a movie, and went in it with one mindset and completely changed throughout it. And just, kudos. And I've said on this show numerous times before, what's the lady's name who directed it?
Amy Kuge, Kuge.
Yeah. Amy, I know we're butchering the fuck out of your last name. I get it. Our apologies. But
I'll be honest, she looks Asian, so I don't even fucking know. Now I'm even more like, I'm looking at her, she's some kind of Asian, so I have no earthly idea how to pronounce that last name anymore. I'm even more clueless.
Yeah, but I've mentioned it on this show numerous times.
Yeah.
I have all kinds of respect for the ladies that can roll into the horror world and walk into the room and drop their balls on the table, dude, and be like, look what the fuck I got. And yeah. Amy, you fucking killed it.
Absolutely. And if you're one, and if you happen to be someone who's like really liberal, I'm sorry you're here. This is one of the worst things, and I'm sorry you now know that some insanely un-PC guys talked about how sweet it was that you dropped your balls on the horror scene with this movie, but we mean it with mad fucking respect. Because, dude, you would have no earthly idea. You'd have no earthly idea. And she wrote it, too.
Yeah.
And again,
I'm
going to seek out every other thing she's done.
Yep.
And that everybody else, like I said, I really hope out of every video you've ever done, this one gets the most comments. Because, like I said, I know we say it all the time and everybody's busy. But this is the kind of shit that is what's so fun. This is what can be really fun about digital age movies, modern age movies, where you can find something like this so random. This is the equivalency of going to the shady aisle in the video store when we were kids and being able to find the movie with the fucking weirdest cover and renting it and having no fucking idea what the fuck you were about to pop in your VHS player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is like that, man. This is you just randomly fucking finding this movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's now going to be a movie is going to be seared into me. And I mean, me and you both have consumed an unhealthy amount of horror movies, and it's about to join a collection that's almost 1,000 movies deep. Yep. And 70+% of that's probably horror. But I will never forget this movie.
Yep.
This movie, dude, it's great. And it's great that I won't forget it for all the right reasons, in my opinion. And I really want everybody to check it out and let us know, man, if we're full of shit. But dude, I'm telling you, I think, especially if you're kind of jaded on these, because I am. That's why I don't do what you do. Like, I'll go through and I'll do what you do, and I'll watch the trailers and never watch the movie, where you'll just go through and add them to your list, and then you'll go watch them.
Yep.
I'll be like, that looks like dog shit. Watch the trailer. That's dog shit, and never give it a chance. and that's what I would have done with this. And so it's a great reminder of getting, like, you're a big, and I mean, what you do here every week is you really try to prop up independent cinema. You're a massive fan of it. You try to have directors and actors and festival organizers on when you can, to give them any extra exposure, because you just love to do it for the fucking love of doing it. And it's movies like this that make it easy to take time out of our schedule and do something like this for free. We ain't making no money to do it. But,
hell no.
but it's worth doing something like this, because without doing this show, I would have absolutely never given this movie a fucking chance, if I would have even known it ever fucking existed.
Yep. And oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Okay, never mind. We're good.
Well, did you stop recording?
No, I didn't stop recording.
Oh, okay.
I was there. I was
like,
on my Apple, on my Mac, when I hit a certain spot of the screen, everything on the screen to kind of move to the side, try to and everything just kind of moved. Things, and so all I was seeing was the desktop, and I was like, "Fuck, where everything goes?" So now we're good.
Every time that happens, I immediately forget how I made that happen, and I'm like, I'm going to do something and lose everything I was working on.
Yeah,
but dude, like, no, big time. Like, thank you, and again, like, all shit aside, because like I said, I don't do this every week. Keep doing that, man. Like, this movie made me so, like, it makes me want to be more like you, and give these fucked up little shits a chance, and not waste time on my art house shit and my found footage shit, so that I can drink tea and talk about how horror is art. I need to get down to the fucking mud wrestling pits with you every now and then, because there's some fucking gold down there, dude. And this movie was awesome. I loved it.
Hey, and I'm super glad that we both came out of it not expecting what we thought we were going into it. Like I said, I honestly was like, me and John just gonna have a good time, just ripping and having fun with this one. And
this is probably the longest episode I've done with you. And you have some that go over the 2-hour mark when you get, and that's that. Hopefully everybody knows now, if you see, like, why the fuck were they talking about it? So this this movie, and that's why I stress, like, out of everything that for sure that I've done on this channel, I mean it the most with this one. Please watch this movie. And even if it's just a sentence, tell us what you thought in the comments below, because this thing just fucking, it like wrecked me, dude. Like, I see the world differently now. I'm saying, like, there's colors I didn't see before, man. This movie it was a mind fuck. And yeah, dude. Like, and I genuinely, dude, I'm going to squeal when that fucking Blu-ray comes in, and you'll see it when I send you those infamous pictures of my hand holding a disc and be like, look what arrived. And then look what
when I get off here, my order will be put in. We'll both be shooting the screen.
It's available on Amazon right now. I mean, I'll be honest. If you just look, if the package looks like it's supposed to, it looks like a really generic Blu-ray box that doesn't even have the Blu-ray symbol on it. That's okay. It's fine, but it suggests to me that a limited run of this was probably not a big pressing, and it further makes me wonder if there was like some financial backing for this movie, because somebody pressed up physical copies and they're on Amazon and they're legit. Like, I looked, there's other websites that are selling the physical copies, but this movie was made in 2023, but not released in North America until earlier in 2025. And I really, dude, I swear to God, I think I'm going to go fucking stalk somebody with this movie and be like, look, I don't run it, but go talk to him now, because I want to hear him ask you this, and I want to watch the episode to find out what the fuck happened, because I don't understand the 2-year gap. And now, like I said, because I can't shut up talking about how much I like it, that's what makes me I don't understand that 2-year gap so much, and I'd really like to know. Would like to know.
And like I said, I'm super glad you had a good time with it. I had a good time with it. I had a fucking blast doing this show with you.
Yeah, dude. Sorry I kept you on. Sorry I kept the audience.
It's all good.
I was a rambler on this one,
Hey,
and I was vaping too, so I was going to get through it. We were going A to Z on this baby. Like,
hey, and that's okay. And I enjoy getting on here and doing shows like this, and especially when the show ended up going completely different than what I thought it was going to be, because of how I went into this movie thinking what this movie was going to be.
And I made sure that I worded my text message to you like that.
Yeah,
because I knew, bro, the moment the first fucking word of the credits came on screen, I knew I was in fucking love. I didn't need a moment to think about it. I thought more about how I was going to word it to you. I put some thought before I sent you that text.
Yeah,
because I wanted to see, like, I was like, I'm curious to see, like, if you were going to give me any tidbit, or if you were going to be like, oh yeah, why? And I was just gonna be like, dude, the only thing I was going to tell you was like, dude, forget everything you think you know about this movie. That's all I'm going to say. I was ready to follow up with that text message, but you never responded, so I went to bed.
No, I didn't. I was just like, I don't know what it means.
I was like, I'm going to get him to watch this motherfucker tonight.
No, but like I said, had a blast.
Yeah, man.
And Amy, if you happen to stumble across this fucking shit show somehow, you fucking rocked it. And
yes.
And hey, you got a seat at this table. You come on here and hey, I'd like to pick your brain to know what's next. Like,
absolutely,
you know, what's fucking next.
Yeah, and if you track down Black Eyed Susan or Doom Scroll, brother, Black Eyed Susan, she was only holy shit, she's only directed this movie. Everything else, she was only a producer on.
Yeah. So, like I said, I am impressed, and I had a good time with the movie. Had a fucking blast on this show, and we're like, go watch the movie. It's free on fucking Tubi. Not gonna cost you a damn dime. Go watch it, because, like I said, you'll be surprised sometime when you get down there in the old dirt and the muck, like I do sometime. Every now and then, you'll pull a nugget. You'll pull a fucking gold nugget and be like, holy shit.
I'm telling you, they'll tell Jay, no, man, that creek's been dry for years. And Jay said, no, I can one more time.
I'll be out there paying
one more time
out of it.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, man, like this movie, dude, like I want the poster. Because now, by the way, real quick, now the cover art, I fucking love that cover art, because it looks like something that would have been from the 80s. And knowing how little it represents what you're about to see makes me like it even more, because it looks like you're in for I love it, dude. I can't, dude. I'm telling you, dude, this movie, I'm stopping. I love you. I love everybody. I'm stopping.
All right, people, we've come to that time of the episode. We all know what to do. We all reach over, grab our drinks. I need y'all to gather up all y'all shit, put y'all's chairs away. Make sure you go fucking watch the Cannibal
Mukbang.
Until next time, family, y'all get the fuck out of here.
What's your favorite scary movie?
We have such sights to show you.
Monsters!
All you have left is the mind to decide.
My name is Frankenstein! Oh, you've got Mars!
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
See this? This is my boomstick!
I ate his liver with some father beans. Nice community. It's us.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It's alive! It's alive!
Here's Johnny. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror.
Welcome to the debauchery.